All right, welcome back to the party, everybody. I am your host, Lutch, aka the Indian Jesus, here to resurrect the second coming of common sense. As you guys know, I am live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, and sometimes whenever I feel like it, like right now, coming to you from the bedroom. Figured we would do something a little bit different tonight. So as you can tell from the thumbnail, we are looking for some friends. So we've talked about how it's really common that when you go on the YouTube homepage or you're just scrolling on your phone or whatever, what you're going to see is big channels. And so it is difficult for smaller channels to break out, and it happens bit by bit by bit. But bigger channels can gain huge amounts of subscribers because they already have the algorithm in their favor. So I figured we would go against both of those things and look for some friends of our own. Go check out some smaller channels and see what's good with them. See if we want to be friends with them. See what's good with them. And then also, maybe if we find some other communities that, 5,000, 8,000, 10,000 subscribers, and we check them out, they check us out, we can do the damn thing. Shout out to Indie Fam. Welcome to the party. I need a Huckleberry. I'll be your friend. Let's go. Let's do it. So I'd asked ChatGPT, I have an ongoing chat with ChatGPT, just kind of talking about stuff with YouTube. There's not a lot of guidebook stuff into being a YouTuber. And so, I have a running thing where instead of just asking opening up a new chat each time, I have the same one so that it starts to recognize who I am. So let's take a look over at that. And we'll zoom this in a little bit. And so I just asked, what is the best way to use the YouTube search to find smaller channels? I want to find more channels that are between 5K and 10K subscribers who do their own live streams to hopefully find some people I can collaborate with. The search prioritizes large channels, and it is near impossible to find small channels. So there's a bunch of different stuff here about you could do this and that, and check out libertarian live stream or this. But even still, as I said, when you search those things, you're gonna get modern day debate. You're gonna get Dave Smith. You're gonna get the big channels. And so filter by upload date. All these things don't really work. There was this use the search operators. Cite YouTube at 5,000 subscribers, all that stuff. But again, you can see how frustrating it is just to find a small channel. And even just looking through the live now section. So if we go over to the YouTube homepage and we hit live, now watch, it's going to show me a bunch of small ones. But so this, okay, so we got 1,000 watching. 500 watching, but I'm subscribed to this. 500 watching. Shout out to TSN. Let's go say hello to them, since they say hello to us.
Wait, I'll be back.
Yeah, do a restart. Finally. Welcome to the Gentile Show. I'm Anthony Zenhauser. Big topic, Palestine. Do you believe? Oh, we're going to do some super chats. Mr. J. Hope all is well with you guys. Yeah, everything's great. I don't know. I'm going to have a colonoscopy next week.
So that shout out to the Shuli Network. If you know, you know. But they rated my channel and got me a whole bunch of super chats one time. So big debt to them. But yeah, as you can see, oh wait, what happened? As you can see, it is big channel, subscribed, big channel, and we can go all the way down. And, we're still getting 43,000 watching, 2,000 watching, 1,000, 5,000 watching. So, you're not really getting any small channels. We have this here. What is this? Sport. Well, this is good. Sports auction. That's not really our vibe. We have Foodie Beauty still neglecting her cat as insane takes. Like, so you can see not really the type of thing that I'm looking for. And maybe I might luck out one night and there might be something up my alley, but that's not really, that's not really what we're into. Shout out to TV Viewerski. Welcome to the party. Said Forbidden Frontier. All right, let's check it out. Forbidden Frontier. So we're Forbidden. No. Oh, are you talking about this with this specifically? Oh no! Oh yeah. So what? So that's what I'm saying. We're looking for small channels. But that's exactly the point. So you could find the big stuff that's out there. But even when you click on the live tab, you're only getting that level of stuff. So we go back to ChatGPT, and they were saying things like find a mid-sized channel, which is exactly what I'm asking you to do, and go in the comments and look through that and all that kind of stuff. And then it said, would you like me to help build a list of keywords or niches? I was like, okay, cool. So then we're starting to do this with the political stuff. This would what I would be looking for. Gives me this whole thing. Then it says, want me to compile 5 to 10 channel examples as a starter list to check out? I was like, yes, please. Let's do that now. So I said up to 50 channels. So let's check out what some of those are. So we'll start off in the political and cultural commentary. That's where we go. Oh, sorry, you couldn't see that, but yeah. So they're asking me, want to compile a list? I was like, yes, please. Start out in the political and cultural commentary. The Stoic Scholar. No indie film is into that. Explores historical ideas and philosophies based on Stoicism. Let's check her out. And so that's the entire thing, is that, yeah, there's a lot of great shows out. There's a lot of great shows out there, and it's a matter of finding the smaller channels. So okay, we can check that one out next. Definitely, faux show. So the Stoic Scholar, but see, even this is 21K. But all right, we'll take a look.
Have you ever stopped to ask, where did the world come from? Or why are there fires and storms? Throughout history, there have always been people who asked these big questions. But what set the earliest philosophers apart wasn't just their curiosity, it was their persistence. When they were told the gods created the world, they didn't stop there. They pushed further. Why did the gods make the world? How did they do it? And most controversially, who made the gods? These relentless questioners were the first philosophers. At some point, around 2,500 years ago, their questioning became more formalized.
So this is just mainly AI. Is that going to be... So that's just going to be everything, just a bunch of quotes on some stuff. So not exactly what we're looking for, but hey, not the worst start. If film says that Stoic Scholar thing is all just kind of AI generated, and yeah, that's they ain't all going to be winners. So let's check out. I'm going to type this out here. Artemisia. Art the Messiah? Art the Messiah? All right, let's check out Art the Messiah. Excuse me. Let's see. Do we have a title of a... Oh, did I spell it wrong? See, this is exactly my point, guys. I'm putting the name in the thing. I'm putting the name in the search bar, and it's not coming up. This is precisely why we are doing this. I want to make sure. Okay, maybe I did spell it wrong. Artemisia. Is there an H on there, maybe? But this is precisely the point. Precisely the point. That, like, even when I'm specifically searching, we got nothing. Is this it? Omegle Sunday? All right. Are we on the? Let me know, TV, if we're on the right place.
You too. Thank you.
What?
Nice guy. Hello.
Let me know if this is what you're talking about, TV.
No.
And you guys definitely go over and be in the chat. Like, show them that we are a community, that we're looking for friends.
Hello.
We're doing all this.
How's it going? What are you up to? Sounds like fun. I can't tell
Like,
what's going on. Hello.
I feel like that's scary.
How's it going?
What if somebody pops up and like?
I like hair. I used to have long hair.
Oh, thank you.
I'd cut it all off.
I can't see what's going on. Hello.
All right, we got the right guy.
Hello. Okay.
I've seen this type of.
No.
I've seen this type of stuff on TikTok
Hello.
where you just go and it's a random person.
Okay.
But like, that's the problem, is that you got to wade through all
Hello.
the BS.
Dang.
But yeah, shout out to the hat. I think we got to subscribe. Let's subscribe. Everybody, go over and subscribe.
Okay.
And say something in the chat about the Indian Jesus, guys. I need your help.
Just wall.
We're doing this together. Go over and put the Indian Jesus is here or something.
Hello.
I will say.
Yeah. Indian Jesus community.
There we go.
Appreciate that. How y'all doing? Anything? See. Twitch has just been one viewer, it looks like. Have I been losing any bitrate or anything? I guess I haven't really paid attention. Looks like everything's been streaming well. I wonder if I just had internet issues yesterday. I don't know.
Damn.
Everything looks like it's going great. I haven't seen any issues on this at all.
But yeah, like,
sweet.
Imagine somebody pops up and they're,
hopefully.
wanking it or something.
Alrighty, let's see some more strange people.
Let's see.
Hello.
Like a truck.
Why
How's
did
it going?
do that?
Blessed and highly favored.
The what?
I said blessed and highly favored.
Wait, what now?
Blessed and highly favored.
Blessed and
I don't know what that means, man.
Yeah, I know, because you probably don't follow God.
Oh, gotcha. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I got a question though. When was America great?
Primarily between like the late 40s all the way to the early 90s.
Yeah, I should have known.
Yeah,
I should have known somebody was gonna say that, because America was never great during these times.
Yeah, it was.
All right, here we go.
Well, you're just really young and you don't know what our history is like.
I do.
Do you?
I'm spiritual. I should know.
Well, I don't know what that has to do with it. What I'm saying is so back before 95, we used to have all our factories over here. We didn't used to have poverty rates like this over here in the United States the way we do now.
Factories?
Yeah.
Since when did God call us to work a job? You got to understand that Rockefellers, they want a world of workers, not of thinkers.
Okay, so hold on.
I'm going to assume that he's, with the MAGA hat, it's a safe assumption that he's at least, if not a Christian, he is more, let's say, not anti-Christian. So it's very interesting to see how people can be like, go from the other side. Because if y'all don't know, I am a non-believer, but dealing with this will, put you in my shoes a little bit.
The system was made for us to fail.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
No, that's Karl Marx garbage, dude. That is absolutely not true.
Why do you think they want a world of workers, not of thinkers?
What are you
can't
talking
even think
about?
for your own scale. They make us go to school so they can take us away from nature and our creativity. School is like jail. They're getting us ready for jail. Why do you think we take school pictures? That's basically mugshots.
I see. I think I understand why you don't know our history
They
now.
want us to go to
You
college
don't know
we can
any
get,
of this.
They want us to go to college so we can get better paying jobs to
Okay.
pay for.
So let's do a little bit of critical thinking then.
Right.
Do you think maybe? Well, hold on.
Let's lock
Do you
in.
think
Let's lock
maybe
in.
there's a reason why you don't know our prior history about our factories over here in the United States where they used to be?
Bro, the United States is trash.
Okay, that had nothing to do with what I asked you. Do you think maybe there's a? Oh my God! Do you think maybe there's a reason why we don't have our factories?
You're not putting that on my God. Not on my God.
Okay, you're.
Which God is your God?
Your special God, I'm sure not. Okay.
You said make America
I like
great
this
again,
guy. I like this guy.
Yes.
Since when were we supposed to put our people? Since when were we supposed to put our trust in men?
What are you talking
Doesn't
about?
the Bible say that? Don't never put your trust in men.
Who wrote the Bible?
Okay, so I'm supposed to distrust every single person I meet? Every single person?
I didn't say that. I said put your trust in men. That means the people are above us, the elites. Are you Democrat or political? Which one are you?
What are you talking about?
Bro, you have America, make America great again. Isn't that Trump's like logo or something? Or what?
Yeah, I like what Trump's doing, yeah.
What is he doing? Destroying America?
He's not destroying America. What's destroyed about it? Can you tell me one aspect that's destroyed?
The food.
The food. How's the food destroyed?
They're poisoning us.
What?
They're feeding us humans.
But fucking Maha is all about reversing that, bro.
Wait, who? Trump just started feeding us humans?
Did you see the KFC commercial? How they dipped the human in the water and he became into chicken? There's not enough cemeteries to bury all these people that's dying. You obviously are eating humans. This meat, you can't sell 6 billion meat a day. You obviously are feeding us humans.
Have you ever seen a doctor before?
I will give credit to our boy here. What's his name? I'm sorry, I'm terrible with names. Art the Messiah. Shout out, because like, bruh, I don't know if I could take this seriously. I'd be like, all right, next, because this is the exciting part when it is a crazy person like this. But like, I don't know if I could do that. So shout out to him. We are definitely gonna make friends with Art here. I am of course subscribed. I suggest you do as well. Let's see where this goes, and then we'll check out another channel.
Yes, I seen the doctor. The doctor is not real. They want you to go to the doctor and they prescribe you with what? Pills. So you can kill yourself. They prescribe you with shots. And you talking about doctors in hospitals, you go to the hospital.
Have you ever been diagnosed with anything?
Nah, I'm good.
Are you
sure?
Yeah, I'm good. And
okay,
then we go to the hospital, and what do you see in the
I don't want to entertain that.
All right.
Cool, I really
cool. So again, now we can just take a little checking out of the channel. We'll go onto the last live and leave a comment. So that way, he loves this Omegle shit. All right, bet. So this is the other thing I was talking to you guys about, the one of the best ways to get to a small streamer is the comments after the fact, because he's got 14K subs, 50 views, kind of not great, not terrible, but one comment. So you leave a comment and he's gonna see it. So I'm like, hey man, just came from your Sunday Omegle stream. I'm a streamer as well. Let's connect. And we making friends. Ricky Manor. What? Was that who that guy was supposed to be? Ricky Manor? I mean, you never know. All right. So, I mean, the so far, ChatGPT is not as good as TV Viewerski, but we only got one TV Viewerski, so let's keep going down the list here. Stoic Scholar was not really what we were looking for. The Mick and Pat Show. This sounds like too plain of a name to be a small channel. Maybe not. Okay, 50,000 subs, but still, 50's that's a lot. I mean, unless this is really, really up my alley. Oh, this is another YouTuber. Word up. Okay, cool. Then we'll check that out next. Hell yeah. Okay, this is not a video. So they don't do lives. It's just a podcast. And it is audio only. All right, ChatGPT, you are a failure, but shout out to TV Beerski helping MC the show right now, basically. Ricky Manor. Ricky Manor. I barely even know her. See, I always like to check out
watching the Democratic Party crash and burn.
All right, I'm liking it already. I like to check out what the video is on the main page, and then I like to go find something that appeals to me specifically.
It gives me hope in America's future. I'm proud of seeing how many Black people are coming out on social media and declaring that they will no longer be used for the liberal agenda. On April 5th, there's supposed to be some kind of nationwide protest against Donald Trump and Elon Musk. These are just a few videos that are going viral on TikTok.
1 million people.
Sit your black ass down. Sit your black ass down.
So there's going to be a protest on April 5th, and I got a message for Black people. Sit your black ass down.
Now, on that last video in the montage, I came across a comment in the comment section that I would love to address. Shelly asked, no shade, just trying to understand the reason why POC people of color aren't joining in. And before I answer that question, it came to me as no surprise when I looked at her profile. Typical white. And part of the answer is her response when she says that she has her riot gear ready and she's got her backs. Sit your white ass down. Okay, Shelly, let me answer your question since you want to pretend to be slow. Black people are tired of you white liberals putting our faces on the labels of your left-leaning perversion. And you convince me with that people of color nonsense. People of color is the category of all non-whites in America, and you act as if all non-whites in America are on the same page.
There you go. All right. I like what he is. I like what he's saying a little. It's very much in the black the black Twitter vibes. But as I've been saying, I do very much want to have the discussion about the black community. So let's continue. Someone said ruined Leon over 100K. I'll start that. We could check that out. I mean, I'm always open to looking for new people, but I'm really trying to focus on 5 to 10K stuff that you're not going to just find scrolling through the homepage. So that's what he's got here. We got live, so let's see what he's doing live. Nobody is Saving America streamed 4 hours ago. All right. No chat replay. No chat replay. Oh, come on. What is happening with this friggin' internet? Struggle streaming. All right, reload. All right. Let's just pop in at the. Oh, okay. No, doesn't like to be cammed up. All right, fair enough.
I understand that a lot of you built your patriotic identity behind a political movement. I'm guilty of that myself. It felt great to be the cool guy in the room for once, for having those same values. And then all of a sudden, now I'm a rock star. I was saying the same shit on social media for years. Years. Granny could tell you, Granny follows me back to the days of Twitch when I used to stream on there and Battle Cam. I've been saying the same thing for years, and now all of a sudden I've grown in popularity because Trump made being a conservative cool. But then again, this is not conservative anymore. I get it. The camaraderie feels great when you're stuck in your echo chamber. It feels great. Watching the Democratic Party crash.
So I'm gonna check one that he's doing. This one he's on camera. So let's check this.
Into this, but I do understand. I do understand.
There's the chat. All right, what we got?
Who do I got in my comment section so far?
Because why, guys? Why would we ever watch a video on YouTube and not hit the like button?
How's everybody doing today? I think my wife got to try this, but it's more it's more OnlyFans appropriate. Let's see. Biden made my company go bankrupt, essentially. Wow. We only got 9 people in. Hit the chat. Yeah, go ahead and hit that like. I wonder if that kid was hers. Someone
talking about Shiloh, the girl who called the dude the
one would have came forward by now. Well, there is a GoFundMe set up by the NAACP for the black kid who was called the N-word, right? But my question is, and like I say, this is why I question the authenticity of this situation, if it was real or if it was fake. Why aren't anybody upset about this kid rummaging through somebody else's things? Now, like I say, I am not defending what that woman said. I'm not defending that racist language. I'm not. I think it was disgusting. But we should be upset that some parents let a child who was autistic be able to go through the park and be able to rummage through other people's things. Where were the parents at? Where were the parents at?
I mean, like, maybe looking the other way for 5 seconds? I don't know. Like, maybe, but...
It seems the social engineers are working on the weak-minded. Like the song says, the media sells you and you play the role. Exactly. That's exactly what's going on right now. That's exactly what's going on right now. And I wish I had thought of this. If I had thought of this, I would have done this way before now. When I saw them crashing out on the way that Carmelo Anthony was raising that money, I would have had one of my white friends to scream the N-word, make them go viral, right? Let them be the sacrificial lamb of being doxxed, and come up with this kind of money because I know the money's going to come out. See, people raise money over their emotions. And it's like you got a lot of people on the right who are upset at this woman, as we all know who this is. They're upset at this woman because they're like, man, she played us. How could she? Because she knew how to collect your money. She knows you're going to part ways from your hatred. She knows how to collect your money. She's a grifter. And, high fives to anybody that's laughing along with me right now at you when you were saying Candace Owens is a patriot. She knows. No, I'm going to tell you something. All of y'all bigots out here who pay these black conservatives or black people claiming to be conservatives, they're laughing at you. This is a grift. No, seriously. Whenever you see a black man online, and the only thing they can do is throw in a MAGA head and talk trash about black people and agree with your bigoted talking points, they're doing that for the money. They're not doing that because that's the way they really feel.
Yeah, because a black person couldn't think any way except the way that I, as a black person, think. So we're gonna put Ricky Manor in the maybe category. One, because it's a bigger channel, so it's not as likely that we're gonna get a hit in terms of being able to communicate. It's not super up my alley, so it's not really something that I'm gonna try too hard, but definitely a fan, and shout out to him. Definitely go check out the channel. Let me drop the link to the channel in the chat here. I should have done that for
watching the Democratic Party crash and burn gives me hope in America's future.
I should have done that for our boy Art. What let me go back and get that. Nope. Why is it on? There we go. Nope. Hold on. We're getting close. There we go. All right. And so those are in the chat if you like. All right. And so let's go back down the list with ChatGPT here. And so what I think is going to happen is that we are going to find someone on this list that maybe is better than less better, and then I can tell ChatGPT, okay, I like this. Find more stuff like this. Hey, a shout out to Indie Film with the $5. Thank you so very much. And of course, that comes with a treat for Morty. Oh, he loves it. Thank you so very much. Don't forget about the swole goal, guys. Since we did hit the goal on Friday, we've now upped the number of push-ups, so we'll keep it for whatever. But it is 15 push-ups, 15 super chats, 15 push-ups, or if we hit $50. Oh my goodness! And we got KFT in the building. Welcome to the 5th best show on YouTube. I will take it. I don't know if you saw me in the TSN chat, but we're checking out a bunch of other channels. And I saw you guys live, so I had to pop in and say hello. Thank you, gentlemen. Very much appreciated. Oh, do we got another one? All right, TV is coming in clutch. Oh, I can see from here, right? Okay, so let's try this tab. This tab gave us some good luck before. RADIX Verum. Well, I mean, the one thing I will say, guys, is to the channels that we're looking up, make it easy. What the fuck is Radix Verum? How do you say that? How do you spell that? What the fuck is that? But we're gonna check it out. Shout out to Chuck E. Cheese in the building. Welcome. So I think Candace is a grifter, but there are also tons of black conservatives who are not grifters, some of whom support this Shiloh woman. Yeah, that really is something that came in, and it's just so weird the way that people picked up on this story. It was very odd, very odd. But welcome to the party. We are trying to find some new friends. And we are now checking out Radix Verum. So we'll check out what we got here. We got the intro.
At times I think I might be paralyzed, stuck inside a limbo state of mind.
Shout out to our sponsors. This is more just like a vibes thing. So let's go to live. Oh, I thought I saw this. So we go live right now. So it hasn't been very active, but we can check it out, see what we got. We'll pop in.
Oh my gosh, I think I did it. Hopefully I didn't mess it. I just don't expect it anymore.
Well, hopefully the culture is shifted so the judges feel a little more,
and of course, hitting the like button as we always do.
Emboldened to challenge the FBI, since it's so it's fallen out of popular public opinion.
Yeah.
Well, I guess while we're waiting, maybe I could go into a little bit more into the significance of this case. I'll disclose I'm by no means an expert on the Schaefer Cox case. I've only started writing about it about a year ago. There's other people far more knowledgeable than me. Anyone that really wants to do a deep dive, I recommend go to IHateTheFBI.com. Just
I love it.
Okay.
Yeah, a total boss website name run by a guy named Rudy Davis.
Do my screen share. Trying not to boomer this. Here we go. Oh no, why are you frozen? Come on.
We're part of an agreement.
Here we go.
Today, we're really talking about two of these theories. The 241 theory is out because the government never argued it, and the district court below recognized that the third theory didn't affect the murder conspiracy conviction. So out of the two theories, we've got KJNP assassins.
So obviously we have a law-based channel here. They're going over stuff like that. Okay, I wasn't sure if she was going to pull down for the video and then pull them back up when they're talking, because I don't necessarily want to watch the court video. But let's play a little bit, see what we got.
And we've got the database. The KJNP assassins theory is also out because of the first appeal, and I'm happy to talk about the impact of the first appeal if anyone has questions.
Come on, judges.
Only one theory is left, which is the database.
Counsel.
Pardon me.
I don't have a question, but I should have advised at the start. This case is set for 15 minutes per side. And unfortunately, I can't see.
Chat's not really doing much, so I am full screen.
What?
There are 13 minutes remaining.
Okay, could you
Oh my
just
goodness.
alert us for one of my colleagues?
Yes.
Alert when we get down.
I will. When we get to
What I'm waiting for is.
Please proceed.
Thank you. So the database theory is left. Unfortunately, no one emphasized that.
I'm waiting for them to, specifically her, to say something so that I can judge, who they
Theory
are.
at trial, and it is incredibly unlikely that the jury unanimously agreed to convict Mr. Cox based on that theory alone. The Yates case, or really both Yates cases, including the one I just submitted in a 28J letter on Monday, provide a solution here. Mr. Cox must be retried on the conspiracy count to ensure that the jury convicts him on the only valid theory.
Let's just talk for a moment about the evidence supporting the database theory. So first we have evidence that your client worked with a co-conspirator to identify the state and federal officials that he wanted to kill if the government should declare martial law. He gave the co-conspirator the names of those officials to add to the database.
Oh wow, so that's still not them. Okay, so this is still they're just watching the video. This lady.
Yeah,
or the co-conspirator that one of the officials was
database they're
one
referring
day
to.
she might have to
This
go
is
and
like a
amass
doomsday plan for
various
society.
guns.
Yeah, I was going to say this sounds like a hypothetical scenario, which again is the exact kind of thing that the informants in the Whitmer case kept pressing the guys to talk about while they were being recorded.
Yeah, etc. So why isn't that? Why is that not enough?
Okay, the agreement was not to kill in case of martial law.
Yeah, so that seems to be more of what this channel is breaking down courtroom footage. So pretty cool. I like what's going on in terms of collabing and debating. I don't know how far we're gonna get with this one, but she says a little big. One of my friends, Doctor of Common Sense. I'm here to resurrect the common sense. So, all right. But again, come on. Branding. Of common sense. Ask the Doctor of Common Sense. All right.
Hello out there. My name is E.T. Williams, known as the Doctor of Common Sense. I'm also known as the Anchorman of America because I give the news uncut and raw. If you're offended by facts, if you're offended by truth, that sounds like a you problem to me. Come over and listen to real news. Get it uncut from the Doctor of Common Sense.
All right, fair enough. And we're at, that's like, I just feel like by 20K, maybe you want to give a little bit more from your welcome video, but we don't want to always judge a book by its cover. Let's see what yesterday's stream was all about.
Follow the money. Enormous amounts of money have flowed to the Clintons.
The president's made more than $100 million.
Some of that money lands in their pocket. Some of it lands in their foundation.
And again, I'm trying to scrub through and see, okay, when are you talking, when you got the video? This is what I don't understand. This is what I don't understand. That so many people use this setup, the same setup that I have with StreamYard, where the thing is over here. But then you start talking, and it's literally one button over to do that, and nobody does it. Okay, so somebody knows Dr. Common Sense. All right, let's see what's good. And of course, we got the chat replay.
Dolly says she first met Hillary on May 28, 1974. She says that Hillary wore a misshapen brown dress-like thing, she calls it, that must have been intended to hide her lumpy body. She said the garment stopped too soon to hide her fat ankles and her thick calves that was covered in black hair. Her calves had hair on them, and her toes had hair. She said she had some thick Buster Brown sandals too. She said she was a disgrace, very hairy toes. So sexy, Hillary. Hillary, too sexy for her sandals. Sexy for her sandals. Dolly says she met Bill Clinton on a golf course in Hot Springs, Arkansas, in the summer of.
I guess we're talking. So Trump posts video of the deaths of Clintons have caused. That's why we're talking about the Clintons.
1959, when she was 11 years old and he was 12. She said, I've been knowing this boy since he was 12 years old. She knew him before Hillary knew it. She said the thunderbolt struck so powerful and intense. It was love at first sight, and it lasted 32 years. She cheated with Bill for 32 years. She called Hillary a sugar mama. Hillary was paying Bill in college. But Bill said he had ambitions. And I'll let you get there. We get to this other story about Bill when he was in college. He was protesting the war. Rumor has it, according to the documentary, Bill Clinton got a mattress and climbed up the tree with the mattress, and he wouldn't bathe for like weeks and weeks. People.
All right, so let's try and find something that maybe has a little bit of relevance to stuff today. All right, let's go with Trump is bringing back respect to America.
Deals and trade deals, and that's exactly what we have seen. The president announced last week the big trade deal with the UK, as you mentioned. Now we have a first deal with China. Just yesterday, the president announced the release of the last remaining American hostage in Gaza, Eden Alexander, who will soon be united with his loving family. God bless him. That's thanks to President Trump. We also negotiated a ceasefire with the Houthis, and President Trump was instrumental in negotiating a ceasefire with India and Pakistan. This is all in the last week. President Trump and his team are working incredibly hard on behalf of the country and the world to secure peace deals and trade deals. And don't forget, we have a tax deal coming too. The administration is working.
They came not from a tradition. Biden could have went over to the Middle East and got any damn respect. Matter of fact, Obama didn't get any respect.
Glasses are crooked, bro.
When Obama would visit the Middle East, all he did was kiss ass over there. George Bush and the neocons, these people who want to bomb everything, the smithereens, all they want to do is start wars.
Shout out to Richard Hardy. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Does it find any good ones yet? Yeah, we so far the smallest channel that we found, shout out to TV Bierski, has been the best one. We're looking around. ChatGPT hasn't been as great as we thought, but I'm hoping we get something. This is the Doctor of Common Sense. Not sure if this is really what we're looking for, but definitely entertaining.
President Trump is stopping all of these wars from going on, and nobody's even talking about it. The media, they gave a Nobel Peace Prize to Barack Obama, and all he did was start wars.
Yep.
I don't understand the disdain these people have for peace. Make no mistake about it. When President Trump said that he was going to slap tariffs on everybody, everybody says, oh my God, he's going to destroy the economy. In other words, what they were saying is let these countries keep ripping us off. Cut a trade deal with China. Cut a trade deal with the UK. The man has done more in about 120 days, 110 days. How many?
I'm trying to see again. What I'm trying to do is judge, bit by bit to see like what type of streamer is this person. So is this somebody who is going to be good to be on screen with me? Is this somebody who is taking their channel seriously? Is this someone who is looking to build a community, all that kind of stuff? And shout out to him. He seems like he's doing his thing. But it doesn't really seem like he's doing too much more than just like, hey, I want to get on here and talk about what I want to talk about, which again, fair enough, but it's just a little bit different. You know what I mean? We got the same camera set up, and we're not no lighting or anything, and that's on top of the other stuff. So shout out to the Doctor of Common Sense. We will drop the link. Just Tree, isn't this the black girl? Tree of Logic, isn't that her? She ain't looking for collabs. Right? Am I thinking about the right person? Yeah. She's a big creator. This channel specifically is a small channel, but if you look at the other channels she has, she's got lots of channels. So yeah, this is not a small channel by any means. So back to our ChatGPT list. A podcast. We checked out the Mick and Pat show, but it was audio only. We'll move on to Faye, a commentary channel discussing social media, music, and the job market. All right. What have you got for me? Chucky said, holy smokes, Dr. Common Sense got banned or something. Watching back in 20. Damn. And that's the thing is that we're looking for people that are kind of parallel in where I'm at, where it's like kind of settled into what I do, but looking for community, looking for other people, looking for debates, looking for collabs. Doesn't have to be like somebody I disagree with and I want to debate that. It could be just another person that talks about the similar types of stuff that I do. that it would be entertaining for the two of us to just chit chat on screen. I think that would be great. So that's really what we're looking for. So I don't think this is the same Faye that they are talking about. This is a music channel. What did it say? Commentary channel. Let's do Faye commentary. Nope. And this, again, is the point, guys, that if you don't have enough subscribers, not only will they not push your content out there, but it cannot even be found. It is directly recommended that I check out this channel. I put in the name of the channel, and it does not exist in the search results. Why is that? Why is that the case? Insight Billionaires explores ideas aimed at making viewers financially wiser. That really does not sound like what we're looking for, but hey, why not? Let's give it a shot and see what they got. Billionaire Insights. I feel like this is going to, again, now we're at 50K subs. And this is not even close to anything that I'm looking for. Man. So again, I'm hoping one of these ones that we see from ChatGPT will be a little bit closer, and then I can be like, okay, that is a one that I like. Find me more like that. Richard said, uninformed leftist. Are you just, is that a joke, or is that actually a channel? Informed leftist. I don't like that there's nothing in the chat, in the search. Oh, okay. Here we go. Here we go. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. So we got the most recent video. Do we have lives? Let's check out the lives. That's really what we're into. Okay, 4 days ago. There we go. Good job. Good job, Rich. That's what we're talking.
Okay, so
hold on. Wait. Where? Oh, so we want chat replay. Bingo. There we go. Number 2, potential. This is the most potential we've seen since Art the Messiah. So let's see what we got.
I think the last time I covered this, we were looking at a bit of the reaction.
And obviously I'm speeding everything up because we're not here to, gather what is in the entire stream. We're trying to figure out what's going on.
From the H3 crowd to Hassan getting detained, and basically people are in support of it, which I find absolutely shocking. I did not realize that it got this level of support for a fashion.
Hey, yo, why does it not let me hit the like button? Well, we're going to have to reload because that we cannot abide.
Okay, so I think the last time I covered this, we were looking at a bit of the reaction from the H3 crowd to Hassan getting detained, and basically people are in support of it, which I find absolutely shocking. I did not realize that it got this level of support for a fascist government in Ethan's crowd. So
okay, all right, okay, interesting. So this actually is an uninformed leftist. I'm liking where this is going because very clearly, if you are interviewing terrorists, showing terrorist propaganda videos to your friends while you leave the room and let them sit there, then getting questioned at the airport when you're coming into the country is completely reasonable. But apparently it's fascist, according to the uninformed leftist.
Just really quickly, let's take a look at this. So Hassan blames the Ethan Kleins for working with the government to detain Hassan. It seems like Jews control the
I was just going to say, do you mean Jews by that?
Government has been rebranded to the left. And obviously that's not true whatsoever. They're like, no, this is actually justified because Hassan himself said that Rashid al-Haddad was a Houthi. So why should he not be arrested for interviewing him? Sounds to me like he's working with the Houthis. Yeah, exactly. Didn't he also say during the interview, I love what the Houthis are doing? Why would you say that to someone who isn't in the Houthis?
Yes, he did say that.
what else? Add the clip of him saying, "We believe Ansar Allah is doing what Luffy would do. That's explicitly the terrorist org, not the kid being glazed. He was joking, can't you tell?" So like, they're like, no, Hassan does materially support a terrorist organization. Never mind the idea that Trump literally just did a ceasefire with them, and they weren't a terrorist organization at the time that Hassan was talking to Rashid al-Haddad. But they're advocating for Hassan to get detained like this. Homeland Security, nothing but lying for likes. So they're quoting Trisha McLaughlin, who is the...
Is it just me, or is it a left-wing streaming thing where when they're talking about something, they can't just have the thing? They're always like if I had this, they're constantly just doing that. They're constantly just move, chill. I know your Adderall is like filtering through your veins, but chill out. They all do it. Shout out to Guns and Cafe. Welcome to the party. Very good to see ya. We also got Applied Advances. Said, are we looking for someone to Zoom call and talk with? I don't know about Zoom call specifically, but yeah, looking for people to collaborate with, have conversations with, debate with, just other communities that we want to get in front of and maybe be a part of. So this seems to be this guy seems to be right up our alley. The one thing I am noticing, of course, is that so far we have 2,000 views over the last 4 days. So far, 2 people in the chat, and he has not mentioned anything. But let's see.
The Trisha McLaughlin. Oh, it's not. I think it's Trisha with a CIA. Trisha with a CIA, perfect. So she's the Assistant Secretary for Public Affairs. She oversees the Department of Homeland Security's public outreach. So literally just a Trump mouthpiece, like defending fascism. Homeland Security, nothing but, so they're quoting Homeland Security and they're like, here, this proves that Hassan wasn't detained. If this was anyone but him, I would give him the benefit of the doubt, but Hassan picks or it didn't happen, which first of all, he has literally...
Hey, shout out to Yokohama. Welcome to the party. We are looking for people to collab, people to debate, and I think we found one.
This is something that Ethan Klein has said is something that Hassan advocated for, like picks or it didn't happen when he's talking about Israel. But Hassan literally never said that. And there actually are pictures of the aftermath of October 7th. So it's a completely like backwards thing to add. Like it's completely just strange to even say that and put it as a narrative out there.
Again.
So what are they quoting?
He's doing it again. Look, he just did it again. Why are you doing that?
Put it as a narrative out there. So what are they quoting?
Why did they all do that?
When asked for comment about Piker, a Department of Homeland Security official called his account nothing but lying for likes. Claims his claim.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's be fair. Hassan isn't always lying. He's just dumb sometimes. Shout out to Provo. Welcome to the party. Hello. How are you doing? We are checking out some new people. Maybe debate, collab, and see what is good. Welcome to the party. Provo said, wouldn't mind if you drop by my show sometime. We can do that right after this. Let's do it. And then Richard said the Pawn Scum podcast. All right. Bet. So I like, I don't like this guy specifically, but I like his vibe. And so let's go again back to his most recent stream. We'll go, oh, that was the most recent stream.
Claims that his political...
And, hey, man, I'm a right... Oh, that's not how words are worked. I'm a right-leaning streamer looking for people to collab and why can't I spell? Potentially debate. Let me know if you are interested. Liked and subbed. That's the kicker. Oh, did I spell that wrong? I did. Let's not look retarded. All right, word up. So that's 2. We got 2. So let's check out Provo. Is that just the... Oh, I should be able to get you right from the chat. Yeah. Go to channel. Go.
Now, some very, very sketchy details.
All right, let's see, Provo, what you got. So, like we've been doing, we'd like to check out the intro, see what the vibe of the channel is like, and then we like to go into live. So we are going to be speeding things up just so we're here on vibes, not on
some very, very
content
sketchy
too much.
details reaching us here at Sky Centre. Important enough to bring to you, though, at this early stage. We believe that a plane has crashed into the World Trade Center in New York. That happened within the last few moments. No details at this stage as to what sort of plane it is. It could well be a large plane. We are hearing reports of 737 not yet confirmed yet, although it is a jet.
So my channel is a TikTok. Does it take down my live? Okay. Remember, that's a pretty common thing where people have the intros just like here's the vibes. So you usually delete the streams so it doesn't look like you do too much. But okay, we got free conversations.
Yeah, hit the likes and subs. Oh yeah, they're in full coat mode right now.
Oh, we don't like being on camera. Okay.
That's right.
I hate to say it, 9 o'clock.
Oh, there he is.
Who goes to bed at 9 o'clock? I remember I had a job one time. I was about 20.
And of course, we hit the like button on every single video that we would want to watch.
And I got a job, and there was this guy from Haiti I worked with, real conservative guy, and I'm talking to him, and I'm in my early 20s. And I got off work at like 9 or something. It was late, and he got off. I'm like, what are you going to do, man? He said, I'm going to go home and go to bed. I'm like, but it'll be like 10 o'clock when you get home. Why are you going to bed? He said,
hey, shout out to Todd Cobb. Yeah, I got to get that thing. Actually, I'm trying to avoid that thing and just I got to redo my passport by September. But yeah, that whole bullshit. Brother said I cover spicy topics and the monologue at the start of the show. We want to get a vibe for if I'm popping in. I want to see what your chat is like. I want to see all of that.
Have a family.
I will say, so far, I'm liking what I'm
I don't
saying.
know what a Haitian accent sounds like anymore. He's like the only Haitian I've ever met. But I remember that just stuck with me. Like, this Haitian guy is going to go home, be with his family, and go to bed at 10. What a fucking loser. Holy shit. And now I'm 34 years old. It hurts to say, dude. I'm like, yeah, that sounds about right. 10 o'clock. Sounds about right.
We got these started, guys. So we'll go in order.
Sometimes I burn the candle. You know what I mean? And I go to bed at 11, midnight, unfortunately. And I usually wake up every day at 7:30. So, I get the 7 hours in, but if I do these morning streams, I need to go to bed at like 9 o'clock, which was easy for me. Dude, I upped my supplement game. I started taking magnesium for a restful night's sleep. And boys, I have no idea if it's working. That's the thing with vitamins and supplements. You just know like your piss is a different color. So I'm taking magnesium for a couple days. Now, this isn't medical advice. This is just like I saw, this is just like everything. Dude, I'm like a dang old goldfish, dude. I watch one fucking video on Twitter. And all of a sudden, I'm like, I gotta have magnesium.
It's a little bit of stream of consciousness. You get anybody else up? Okay, we got some people here. Let's see what the conversation is
You're
like.
in Australia right now.
No, I'm American.
Oh,
I live in New York.
Oh, really? That's great. New York's it used to be a wonderful state. I don't know how it is now, but I'm glad.
Again, we're seeing not too much interaction with the chat, so I'm gonna go full screen, but Provo, I'm looking at you, man. People really love that when you're in the chat and on top of it. Everyone said trying to find the Provo channel, but YouTube app is. Oh yeah, my bad. Let me drop that. I'm just gonna drop the link to the video we're watching. Yeah, so I take Klonopin for just throughout the day, and I need it to sleep. But in situations where I've been out, magnesium and vitamin D. Like I'm for those of you who know, I've been through one of the things, so I doubled the dose. But yeah, magnesium and vitamin D together. Very good for anxiety and for sleep. Right? That's what I said. What do we fucking need this shit for? Just you know who I am. All right. So we're gonna go full screen here and see what are these boys talking about.
You could join us here today, Q. What are your thoughts on anything I've shared? Or if you want to, this is your conversation. You can take it where you want.
You were talking about like the Mormons setting up Utah and Las Vegas. I'll just tell you straight out, I've lived in Vegas, and don't do that shit. Like, ever. Don't ever live in Las Vegas.
That's great advice. Can you give us a little bit more detail on why?
If you're not a huge gambler, you don't really have anything to do. It's always like 130 degrees during the summer. They have 2 seasons: extremely hot or mildly cold. If you don't like 40-degree weather.
Yeah, that doesn't sound pleasant to me.
No, it's awful. I'm not
There
gonna
we
lie.
go, guys.
Well, I appreciate that. I hope my audience.
That's why I'm dropping the links. Make sure you go through, subscribe to these people. When they are live, go in their chat, be like, hey, I like what you're doing. I came over from the Indian Jesus. You should check him out. And we go round and round we go, baby. So we're going to go here and subscribe to a Provo. We did it, guys. We made a friend. But the party rages on.
And stakes your words of wisdom. Don't move to Las Vegas, folks. It's hot, it's cold, and it's a place filled with degeneracy and gambling. So it sounds like an addict's paradise, or AKA hell for them. So I'm glad you moved to New York. Is that where you're originally from, if you don't mind me asking? The state of New York?
Hey, there we go. See, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. Dilly to that, my brother.
No, I'm a little from a little bit everywhere. I've lived in a bunch of different states, but I was born in Oklahoma.
Oh, wow. Well-cultured individual. I like that. So you probably can fit in any group of people, if I'm not mistaken.
I like your vibe, man.
I try to. Like, I don't really have any problems with people. Normally just, talk to them, and if they're dicks, then I don't talk to them again. If they're cool, then,
Well, let's try to be cool here so you can come back on our next episode of Free Conversations. Q, are you a content creator? Are you just a casual observer who sometimes participates? What's your internet,
good question,
YouTube life like?
I make YouTube content. It's not really for everybody. I stream video games every once in a while. I'll have an open discussion with people, but nothing about like politics or anything like that. It's mostly just music or nerd stuff.
Wow,
because I'm a musician.
I like that. Another musician, and I'm in good graces here. I got quite a few musicians who watch my show, but I like that. So you do make content. I'll have to subscribe to your channel if I'm not already subscribed. Was your if I have a mod in the chat? Were you what was your name? Was it QP?
It was Quentin P98. Yeah.
All right, well, Quentin, if you come through, then we'll subscribe to you as well. But shout out to Provo. We are now friends. Like and subscribe. There we go. Guns, did you already say this person? Yeah, so next we are checking out P-Dog Night. P-Dog Night. I'm going to type that here. So we'll do P-Dog Night. Is that like Suge Knight? Word up, yeah, Provo. I like your vibe. I like how you even it can be difficult when you know that there's not a whole bunch of people watching to really put it on and be who you are. And the fact that you're doing that, people are coming up, wanting them to shout out their stuff. I like your vibe. I like the cut of your jib, as they say. Oh, actually, wait, we missed Richard said the Pond Scum podcast. So we're going to check the Pond Scum podcast first. But again, guys, shout out to Provo. I'm going to drop the link one more time. We making friends. All right, next up is the Pond Scum podcast. Let's see what's good with the Pond Scum podcast. There we go. We'll go to the channel itself. Check out our... See, I feel like this is such a good opportunity to like talk. I need to redo mine, but my welcome video is very similar to like, hey guys, what's up? This is what the channel is. I'm surprised that a lot of people do these vibes types videos, but hey, fair enough. Let's go to the live tab. 3 days ago, 350 views. Okay, seems like oh, no replay. All right, but we got the chat on screen.
Oh no, that song.
Another faceless channel?
Oh no. I think it might mean Smugs on the train. I'm worried.
Well, we're VTubers. Okay.
I thought this was Wiz Watches on Wednesdays, on Thursdays, on Fridays, on Saturday. I don't think I'm alone. Unless I am alone, then that's actually quite nice. Let's go, chat. It was too good to be true. It was too good to be true. It was too good to be true.
Retarded, wait, I'm literally going to sue you for defamation. Noah said in his second video, Ethan's threatening to sue me. Have fun with that, I guess. He said, well, I'm about to have fun with it. And unfortunately, I don't think you're going to be having much fun with it.
Bruh, I mean, I would not be surprised if they knew in 2019, leading up to the 2020 race, that he had cancer. I would not be surprised. Why would you be surprised? They knew he was dying. They literally said, Joe Biden, all we need is your corporeal form. Shout out to Arrow with the $2. Thank you, thank you, thank you so very, very much. And of course, that means a treat for my co-host, Morty. Yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you so very, very much. That's 3 out of 15, and I can't do math, but you guys, I mean, you know what it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. And we got Archon. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the party. I was saying they knew for a while. That's what I'm saying. Like they hid the just general mental decline by a significant amount. So to think that they would do, anything different is silly. But all right. So if you are just joining us, we are checking out some small channels, around my size. Seeing what's good. See if we can make some friends. We did find our boy Provo here, who hopefully we will collab with very soon. And looking for more. So if you guys know any channels under 10K or around 10K, 5 to 10K that you'd like to see me work with, let me know.
He didn't respond to my video by his own admission.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Oh, dude, if I was a,
you're not
gonna
have any fun.
Bro, if I was a H3 fan from like the Vape Nation days and he said that, I would have got chills, dude. Imagine the Vape Nation guy like saying that. Like I would be shivering. I'd be like, oh my god, he's back. He's owning.
I don't know if I spoke about this, but I was a big fan of H3 back in the day, like 2014, 2016. And then my brother was a fan of the era after that, because my brother's younger than me. So he was a fan of like the early podcast days and stuff like that. And there is just like a phenomenon where you really like the guy and then you grow up.
I do need a haircut before I start my new job, but it's a restaurant job, so my hair's gonna be tied up. But all these split ends, it is what it is. It is what it is.
And you realize he's retarded.
Yes, and he's fucking horrendous to watch. He's horrendous to watch.
Yeah,
he sucks. And he's a
back to watch.
baby. Yeah, can we do boozy? Sorry.
Great. I went back to watch. This just reinforces my idea that Ed is an American. He's Christian. He's white. He talks about shit too much. It all scans. Yeah, but I went back to watch an iDubbbz Ethan collab.
The vibe I'm getting is that unless I was listening to this conversation and I was very much into what they were talking about, doesn't seem like there's much space for me. You know what I mean? I'm personally not interested in it. And then even if for, the popularity reasons, I was like, oh, I can get on this, like, let's say they were a big podcast. I don't know that would be like, they don't, you know what I mean? No shade, but again, we're just talking about the vibes here. I don't know if this is my wheelhouse. Let's skip ahead a little bit, see what we got. And all right, let's see what they're going through here.
Disagree with Ethan. Randy said I think it's the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Even the fact of getting into Noah Samson and Ethan H3 in May of 2025. It's like, what at most recent, the content nuke was like a month and a half ago. So I don't know. Chuck E. Cheese got another one here. All right, we will add that to the list and check it out. Let's see what we got here.
Yeah. Fucking hell, it's so funny.
You either agree with Loaderbox or you want all Loaderboxes to be genocided.
Yeah, true. True. Yeah, I'm an anti-boxianist.
Which was over 2 weeks ago.
Noah Samson, he has missed his deadline. Actually, Mudahar's in the chat. What did he say? Did you see that Noah's apparently moving out? Yeah. Sorry, no video been moving, etc. Video coming soon. It's amazing how nobody wants to respond to me. Everybody goes to cold feet. You're going to level in it.
So, like, the fact that you've been talking about this for that long, it's like, I mean, you know, again, I'm not trying to throw shade as you shouldn't be doing this. This is about my personal opinions and the level of collaboration that would make sense. I don't have that much interest in Ethan and Noah Samson. When the you know, the content thing came out and like everybody was talking about Hassan and Ethan, yeah, I'm gonna cover it for that. This seems like, you know, this is their thing and they're having fun doing their thing. Best of luck to them. So let's drop the link if you would like to go see their video. Oh, you're making me blush. You're making me blush. Guns and Cafe. So 2 years ago, he said, that's why I and many others like me have cancer. Well, to be fair, we can't be like, oh, he's definitely not sharp as a tack, mental decline, dementia, and then be like, he said this. You can't have it both ways. You can't have it both ways. Either he's retarded or we believe his words. I mean, if you said it over and over and over, if an aide said it, if Jill said it, that's one thing. But hey, man, I just, you know, like I can't. Many others like would be like cancer. Nah, that's not really anything. Shout out to Log Park. Welcome to the party. We are trying to find some new friends. So shout out to Pond Scum Podcast, but I don't think you know, we are going to be big friends. But of course, we hit that like button because why would we watch a YouTube video and not hit the like button? So then we had P Dog Night. Guns and Cafe said P Dog Night. P Dog Night. P Dog Night, 2,000 subs. All right. Let's see. Is it vibes or is it?
Ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live from the Lucky Dog studio in a hidden location somewhere in the upper Midwest of the United States of America. It's a brother making his own way, but with all the wrong opinions. Welcome to the Morning Night Live.
Okay, again. Not what I would have chosen, but fair enough. Let's go to live. Oh, make it make sense. The second coming of common sense. So 78 views 2 days ago. The morning night live number. Okay, so real quick, guys, just a little tip. If you're ever into content creation, specifically on YouTube, notice how you can't tell what any of these are because they all start with the morning night live number, 4 numbers, free for all Friday. It's okay. So, okay, I don't know that part. So, but the entire first line is just this. It's this channel. We already know it's this channel. You start with Free for All Friday. He didn't realize edition, and then put the morning night afterwards. But, all right, let's see what we've got from P-Dog Night. Check the chat. See how he is with the chat. You got all kinds of problems, bro.
Significant restructuring, planning to lay off about 200 employees, which constitutes approximately 6% of its workforce. This move is part of a broader strategy under CEO Mark Thompson to pivot towards a digital.
This is an ad.
Studio in a hidden location.
Oh my God! Come on, man.
I hope you have a good weekend planned. I have a concert this weekend. I'm in a local choir that performs twice a year, and I can only do the performances in the spring. But so we have a concert this weekend, tonight and tomorrow. Thank you, K-Shaw, for liking the post. Ty Alexander with the daily woo with Ric Flair, and people share or retweeting the stream. Ty Alexander and K-Shaw. So thanks for doing that. I appreciate y'all. If you still have time to do it, I mean, it doesn't matter when you do it, just do it. Oh, is it National Fry Day? Is it? I did not know that. Hello, JB. Welcome to the show. I'm glad you're here. So let's see if that's true. It's National Pizza Party Day. Oh,
that's the kind of stuff I pay attention to. Just hey, well, nice to see you,
man. Why did
Not everybody is gonna give you guys the welcome to the party, but I don't expect that from everybody. But at least say hello to the people.
I know this. I love me some pizza. Hey, let me see the whole screen there. Yeah, National Pizza Party Day. Yippee. National Endangered Species Day. Join us in protecting endangered species on National Endangered Species Day. Let's work together to safeguard our planet. Well, wait a minute. If it's National Endangered Species Day, meaning like here, U.S., whatever, we don't have tigers in the United States. Why did they put a tiger on National Endangered Species Day? Unless we're talking about
because it's an endangered species.
Tigers in the zoo that we manage or whatever. Who knows? National Barbecue Day. Hey, every day is National Barbecue Day to me. International Day of the Boy Child. I'm concerned. National Piercing Day. Oh God.
Okay, so maybe this is just a typical thing. What is the National Day of what?
Would not have been good. A league that's never made money and they're going
to
hold
a
out for,
bit.
You know, their seat. Now, apparently, though, the collective bargaining agreement and stuff, they're still working on that. And if they hold out from that, they're stupid. But let's see, Michelle Trefoya put something out here. I don't know if you knew Paige Beckers is. I'm not going to spend too much time on
20 minutes. All right.
Although I am actually
We're
interested
at 21
in
minutes.
the WNBA. Not so much because it's the greatest basketball. Although it's great women's basketball. I'm not saying it's not. But for the average basketball viewer, it can be kind of boring, right? But I'm interested because I'm just interested in how long the business of the WNBA continues and how they're going to continue and what they're going to do. I've already spent too much time on it. I know, but I got to.
So again, not really interacting in the chat. Oh, of course, we got to hit the like button, and then we're going to go full screen.
Because it's almost, it's funny to me how controversial some of this shit is for people. So what is this? Paige Beckers. This ends the privilege debate in the WNBA. What does that mean?
After Paige Buchers doubled down on Caitlin Clark's controversial comment over WNBA's white privilege.
What?
Michelle Tafoya immediately shut that argument down with a perfect response.
I don't even
the
know
highest earners in the WNBA. Number one, who's the highest paid WNBA, who has the biggest contract in the WNBA? Her name is Jackie Young. She's black. She's the highest paid player.
I don't know who that is.
You know who's second? Following Young in the second spot.
I thought it was Caitlin. What's her face?
And a fever star, Kelsey Mitchell.
I know who that is.
Is black. She's the second highest paid player in the WNBA. And trailing her is.
But okay, let me just stop right now.
So the commentary I would be looking for here is like, oh, but I thought Caitlin Clark was ruining this, that. That's where I would expect this to go. I'm not saying he has to say the same things I'm saying. I'm just saying that's what I would say if I was covering. Hey, shout out to Nick Luchetti in the building, moderator to the stars. Welcome. Always a pleasure to see you, brother. Welcome.
I guarantee you, that's and WNBA salaries. I guarantee you, Caitlin Clark makes more money than anybody else in the WNBA. In fact, she might make more money than some of the owners because she's. I'm just saying. Well, not the owners because the owners are they have other earnings, but yeah, the idea that the WNBA has some white privilege thing going on. Look, Caitlin Clark should be the most highest paid person in the WNBA because she brings in the most money of anybody by 20 times. But that's okay.
Jewel Lloyd is black. So the top three highest paid players in the WNBA are all black.
Okay, that doesn't, you know what? And it really doesn't mean anything. So anyway,
I think the lady meant by salary because clearly Caitlin Clark with all her Caitlin whatever the fuck her name is with like sponsorships and stuff. But
if you're
so now what I'm looking at is okay. You've shown something. You've made a point. You're talking about white supremacy and racism in the WNBA. Now, what land the plane in terms of your point so that you can go off of that. That's what I'm looking for.
If you're excited about WNBA opening day, today's your day. But like for example, here's what I talk hoops. Happy WNBA opening day to those who celebrate. They put up these four people, none of which are Caitlin Clark, and none of them. Let me see. I'm gonna see what the responses to this are. Get CC on that other square. You petty, love this page. Like my ass, bro. You're funny as fuck. Dallas up 1 million page. Okay. Anyway, no one gives a shit about. The only reason I care about Paige, if you don't know Paige Booker, she's played for UConn. She's #1 draft pick. Phenomenal basketball player. I'm not even playing. I've seen her play since she was in like 7th grade because I was still coaching AAU basketball back then, and I had girls teams. And I remember seeing Paige back then. She was a damn good player. She still is. Probably one of the better women players in the world. But nobody knows who the fuck she is unless you pay attention to women's basketball, which is a very niche product. All right, enough about the WNBA.
I am doing levels of breaking things down here because there's the aspect of am I enjoying the content as content? Then I'm trying to judge the content creator as how would they work with me? Then I'm trying to judge the reasons why P Dog Knight is deciding to talk about that. And like so yeah, I'm in yogi mode. And the thing I was just thinking about is I don't know. Obviously, we skipped around but we kind of jumped in at the beginning of when he was talking about that. I still don't know why you're talking about the WNBA. They weren't in the news. They like nothing big happened. So why do I care about this? If you have something to tell me, I want to hear it, but I don't know what that is yet, and I've been watching for a minute.
Other things trending. James Earl Jones is trending. Now he passed away. I don't remember when he passed away, but some people were mad because people were using James Earl Jones's voice still for some Star Wars projects, right? Well, in this, they thought people say, "Oh, this family should sue." Blah 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 blah. Nope. It has been someone down here. Where's the scroll? Here it is. Someone here. Okay, so James Earl Jones did approve the rights to use Darth Vader's voice for AI before he passed away. That's good to know. Some here, because some people were bitching about this. So here it is. Yes, before his passing, James Earl Jones did sign over the rights to his voice specifically for the character of.
So are we just done with that? So what? So so this is my. Now I'm seeing a pattern. So we started out with the National Day of this, National Day of that, National Day of that. Then he's talking about what's trending, and something with WNBA didn't really make a big point there. And then he's moving on to something else. So it sounds like he just gets on exactly. Shout out to CT223. Welcome to the party. It just seems like he goes on and is like, okay, well, what's trending? Let me just talk about that because it's trending. And hey, again, I am not trying to throw shade. Everybody's doing their own thing. Whatever you think is right for your channel, I am clearly not in a position to be telling people what they should or should not be doing. But in terms of my personal preferences, I don't feel like there's a need to watch this. And because of that, then I don't feel like it would make sense for me to dedicate a show specifically to bringing him onto my platform for us to go back and forth about whatever. Am I saying that we couldn't have a good conversation? Absolutely not. What I'm saying is based on what I'm being shown, I am not interested in seeking further stuff. But again, we will drop the link to the video because if you're enjoying it, then hey, go enjoy it. Give him a sub, give him a like, do all of that stuff. But not quite right for this channel. Richard brings up King Jiffy Coats. Let's check out King Jiffy Coats. King Jiffy Coats. Looking for some friends, looking for some people to collab with. 4 subscribers. I'm gonna guess that's not it. It's like all music. So again, with King Jiffy Coats, if we got something a little bit more specific, let's give it. Let's see if we can try to find it. But here again is precisely the problem that unless you are already an established channel, that is almost impossible to be found. So Chuck E. Cheese said, that darn kitty. That darn kitty. Shout out to Zippy. Is it all one word? Oh, okay. See? Aha! When it's in the thing, now I know. Okay, we're in the right place. Wait, is this already the chick that I was talking about from TikTok? But okay, we got 1.3, 1.4 subs. All right. Okay, well. All right, we'll do this then.
Good morning, everybody. I hope there's no echo.
Pause.
I'm just monitoring my voice so I can hear what you hear. So I'm hoping there's no echo. Anyway, well, welcome back to Debate Diagram. This is Debate Diagram in earnest. Again, it's we're back. We're not doing a jubilee. We're not doing a surrounded or this and that. This is back to conversation analysis, debate. So I tried to ignore this debate. I tried to leave it alone because I was like, geez, that's lots of controversial stuff going on there. And
all right, so we're covering a debate. What? Where's what?
Trying to style press. I'm ready. Okay. I don't know what I'm saying. In order to sign up, I would need an objective that I could stick to consistently for it to work. And you know me. Hey, Chris, for the long haul, time where this is. Oh, is it using my wrong camera? Hold on, guys.
Now remember,
Scene collection.
for better or worse, guys,
Okay.
females get extra credit.
What's up with
That's
that?
the name of the game.
What is up with that? Sorry, technical.
So we're already in like,
There we
ooh,
go.
a relatively, not unattractive female. That's working in our favor.
No, not you. I've got it in reading mode. It's not formatted into speakers and all of this. If I show you what it is, you can see here.
Like the chart though. You got Dave Smith.
Microsoft Edge. Where is it?
You got. Have you been?
It's not picking up my my Word document.
She does
Let me
talk
see if
slow.
I can show it
This
to
is
you.
at 1.5. This is at 1.5. So I'm just
MS Edge there. Okay, so basically this is the transcript that I've got, and it's not very organized. I did run it through transcripts, YouTube transcript IO, and I do have a base map of the way the conversation goes apparently. So I'll show you that before I continue. And what I'll be doing is having this nearby so that I can just quickly copy paste what the person has said. Usually, what I would do is have the video. Usually, as in what I've done previously, is I would have the video playing and the transcript on the left, and then copy paste. But that can actually be a bit of a pain in the arse because of time codes and things like that. So this transcript IO remove as like an aside. So look, we've got our key, right, to say who's speaking, which obviously is Joe is going to be orange, Douglas Murray is blue, and Dave Smith is purple. You get that, right? Oopsie. Fine, let's put them all in.
Hey, speak of the devil. Shout out to P Dog Knight. Welcome to the party. We were just checking out your channel, and yeah, I think what you're doing over there is good stuff. I don't know if it would necessarily be the super entertaining for us to collab, but I only saw a very small snippet of what you do. So if you think I'm wrong, I am happy to change my mind. And you had me laughing with the WNBA stuff. Welcome to the party. Yeah, right. I mean, just a little bit. We also got Behave. Welcome to the party. Indeed, my parents were indeed mean to me. And shout out to Guns and Cafe for the $2. Of course, we know that every donation comes with a treat for the co-host, our overlord, Morty. Thank you so very, very much. And I'm not good with math, but that is how many? That's 4 out of 15, guys. That's 4 out of 15 super chats. And we are what? 7 plus 2? 9 out of $50. All right. Let's see what's good with the kitty.
In a line, so they're all friends. What I do have is major topics, so like that would be our major things that they talk about. Okay, so Barmy over here saying, I would say Joe wants to bring culture point return to normalcy. So that is still an important detail. That was part of what I was talking about earlier. It's just, you see, you could comment on absolutely everything they say. So if I diagram it, you can comment on it, as in like literally put comments. But yes, our key here says commentary is yellow. We can divide between when the chat gives commentary that I will add to the diagram, it will be in this format as well. And when I'm giving commentary, I'll just put my username as if I'm in chat.
I feel like this is what I want to see. I want to see because I see the video moving in the corner. I'm just trying to get a piece of her, hear this, and respond, and like.
Oh, replay. There we go. I'll put a little thing for it's a repeat. Okay, so let's add that to our.
I do like this style. This is you're putting in work.
You didn't voice my opinion. So they're the same. So just lie in this place, and then make that the point says that are now talking.
Me personally? No.
Okay.
Spend
Here
words
we go.
Talking, trying to find what your criticism is. So let's see.
Me personally? No. Just with the guys. Just had.
So, do you think you've tilted one way? And then I like that he actually says personally. And also, why not talk about his opinions personally? Go into them then. If that's what you have a problem with, go into it. No, he says no. But you see, he goes no. Gets passive aggressive. Not you personally, just on your show. So he goes no, just on your show. No, never mind. Right. No, just with the guests. The guests.
So,
So that's it. That's supposedly his main concern here. Instead of actually saying to Joe Rogan, what do you think about these wars? Murray talks in circles for the first 40 minutes. It's the same argument on repeat.
Yep.
Well, let's see how Agent Smith, what I want to see is how many times it does repeat, because, and also just how he changes it every single time. So you see, we've seen here, he goes, do you think? That's one way he tries to do it. And then he goes, okay, fine, we went here and we spoke about it wasn't good enough, but he doesn't want.
Really cool. I really like this. And we didn't, I mean, you know, that she put this as the main thing on her main page. So that's pretty cool. So since we saw that, let's check out. So they're all wrong like that. We did this. Damn, she did what? 5, 4.5, another 5, and 8 hours on this same fucking thing. So she goes hard. I like this a lot. But obviously, since we're not going to get a feel for what a whole 7-hour stream as part 4 of that, let's go to her videos, see if she's got something a little more, condensed. Oh, that's not.
So basically, there was this very polite confrontation. I thought, look at me, looking over here, trying to figure out whether they're going to argue about The Last Jedi. But this over here is actually...
You have a good one, brother. Thank you for being here.
Quite a central thing that they did speak about changing your opinion on movies. Morla discussed how he's changed his opinion on certain movies, right? That actually is a theme of the conversation, because all that I Hate Everything had to do is admit that he changed his opinion. And there's nothing wrong with that. But, here's another theme. Your audience and your friends don't want you to admit. So what do you do?
So I'm curious that I'm already like, okay, yes, I can definitely work with this girl. Like I said, the fact that it's a girl, you know, that's the way the world works. That already gives her points. But the fact that she is covering stuff that we have, that I've also covered, means that we're in the right wheelhouse in terms of type of content. Then the fact that she goes in and breaks these things down, that's also what I try to do when we cover it, even if we don't finish the entire podcast. You know, maybe we go through an hour and a half, whereas most times you see people who are going to do, you know, a 30-minute video with this clip, that clip, that clip, and that clip. So this could definitely work. I want to go back to her homepage, because I think she had a Discord. So we're going to subscribe there.
Well, let's see how Agent Smith...
Drop her link in the chat. Everybody go subscribe to the kitty. And then we're going to join their Discord. Accept. And you guys can't see that. How many people we got in here? Is this like... Okay, so this is like, I mean, obviously I can't, I mean, I could show it, but, you know, I would have to show it. But yeah, low key, word up. So I just joined that Discord. God damn it. If you guys did that, and we took over and we're like, hey, we should collab. That's the way it happens. Awesome. So thank you to whoever said the kitty. Who was that? I apologize, I forget, but whoever that was, I appreciate it. Do we have any other? Okay, so we didn't have any others from you guys. You guys have been much better than ChatGPT, but that is what we're working with. So we will head back to that. Okay, Motive Nation creates AI based. No, we don't want that. Creator life, YouTube growth. That's not really the type of stuff that I would want to show you guys. Like, this is the kind of stuff that maybe. So I don't know. What if What if I did have somebody who came on and I was asking them about how I should grow the channel? Would that be an interesting conversation to you guys? I don't know. I feel like maybe if I found somebody, but philosophy and self-development, that feels a little bit more up our alley. Let's give her a shot. The analytic ape. The analytic ape. And yet again, a small channel that cannot be found by putting the name of the channel into the search bar. This is a problem, YouTube. This is a problem. This is a big problem. It's a shame. It really is a shame. And that's exactly why it's so fucking important that if you're going to be a content creator, that your name is very distinctive and easy to type, easy to spell, easy to be differentiated, isn't the name of a movie, all that kind of stuff, right? I mean, like, we're directly searching. There's a channel name with that thing, and it's none, like, okay, maybe if it's not the first option, whatever, that makes sense. But to be not there at all? Come on, man. All right, so let's go to Viola Masona, compassionate trauma expert, helping other people recover. Okay. That sounds usable. I gotta take a piss. Okay, 20K subs, but still so again, we'll drop the link in the chat for anybody who would like to follow along or subscribe. We do not have lives, so we've just got videos. Locals tennis. Yeah, this ain't really what we're looking for. All right. Shout out to Viola. Best of luck. Glowing Journey covers aspects related to pregnancy. Yeah, not quite. So we're gonna makeup, gaming. Lovely Kitten creates. Oh, then. Are we back? Are we back? I think we're back. Okay, we're back. Of course, the screen share didn't work. I don't know what the hell just happened. Okay. Take two. So heading back to this. Yeah, we got Sandy Media, makeup, gaming videos, fictional videos about cats. Yeah, educational videos on drawing, gaming and commentary. I don't necessarily want to get into the gaming world, but if there's somebody who does gaming, like on top of, like, or does political content on top of that, then I gotta pay. Oh, I gotta go. All right, so I gotta put on one of my own videos here real quick. Oh baby. Well, let's see how quickly my shit comes up. That one was there because I searched it. And look at that. So this just came out today. Check it out. I think you guys should go follow the page. But this is whoa. The atheists are angry. Hear about your uncle. Full screen. I have to pee so bad.
But at least he's in a better place now. I mean, I wouldn't exactly call the ground a better.
I'm a big fan of this page, and praise Clammadrop. I really do think you guys should go follow the page. But this is the side of atheism that I think gives us all a really bad name. I think, of course, it is frustrating when you've just lost somebody and you're grieving and you're going through all of that, and then somebody wants to come up and give you religious stuff. That's totally understandable that you'd be like, oh my God, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. But on the other side of that, we have to be understanding that people don't necessarily know that that's how you feel about things. And it's a very common thing to say, you know, your loved one's in a better place and, you know, going to heaven and all that kind of stuff. So while I'm not discounting the frustration of being in that situation, or even in a much lower stakes situation, and someone saying, God will, you know, figure it out, or just pray, you need Jesus, or any of those things that are, again, really frustrating to hear. All it really does is show the false caricature and stereotype that atheists are angry people that are always just looking to fight about religion. I think if you're at your uncle's funeral and somebody comes up to you and says that they're in a better place, even though you don't believe that, the sentiment that is being expressed is, I'm sorry that you're feeling like this, and I would like you to feel better. Should that mean that we shouldn't try to bring awareness to the fact that people like us may not receive that in the way that it's intended? Of course not. But in that moment, is that really the time to have a religious debate? Stands to reason for me that if in those situations we can be the ones that have grace and understand, okay, I'm a little frustrated. Check this out next. That is the way that you've chosen to express this, but I understand what you are trying to express, and I appreciate that you're trying to express that. Then later, when we're talking about, hey, when people say you know, your loved one's in a better place, that doesn't actually make us feel better. So that the next time we or somebody else is in that situation, that Christian can think, oh, maybe there's a better way to say this to this person. We are past the days where Christianity is this looming thing over everything in society, and I think that a lot of us who are atheists don't necessarily take a step back and look at the progress that we have had. Now, as an atheist who leans a little bit more to the right in terms of politics, there's definitely a lot that needs to be understood about where Christians are coming from. I just went to DebateCon, and all of the atheists that debated Christians did really, really, really bad. And it's not because they didn't know apologetics or the Bible or any of these things. It's because Christians have learned to switch their perspective to, this is true, let's debate that God exists, and all that stuff, to Christianity is better for society than secular humanism. And of course, that's a whole other discussion, but I actually agree with the Christians for the fact that secular humanism tells you what is right, but doesn't give people who don't care about doing right a reason to do the right thing, whereas religion absolutely does do that, even though it is not true. So my bottom line here is, maybe it would behoove atheists in general to try to meet Christians and other religious people halfway, especially in those moments when they are trying to be nice, when they're not trying to say you're a bad person, you're a heathen, you're going to hell, when they're like, yeah.
This is a lot longer than I thought it was.
And those go full bore. But when they're trying to be nice, let's give them a little grace and realize that—
Look who we got. Speak of the anti-devil. We got Jesus Christ in the building. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the party. Look at that timing. We weren't even talking about this. I just put this on because I had to go to the bathroom.
Bore. But when they're trying to be nice, let's give them a little grace and realize that they don't understand the plight that we have with these words and ideas, because they're very positive in their minds. And if we are able to do that, we'll be better able to communicate with these people. And then on a larger level, our worldview is going to be much easier for them to receive, whether, not saying that they're going to believe it, or accept that it's the truth or anything like that, but just be able to understand, oh, okay, you're not some dirty heathen. You just think this way. You just have a different way of approaching morality, and whatever the case may be. And I don't want to pick on this creator specifically, because I do think the Collab videos are an amazing, amazing way to do exactly what I'm just talking about. And
that's a thing that we eventually we're gonna have to do, praise Klamidrov, but it's very Christians, you are not gonna like it. So I'm just biding my time until I have enough goodwill with you.
Demonstrating to the religious people how agnostic and atheist people see religion and see religion in society. So again, go follow him. He does amazing videos, but just
oh, he'll be dead by then. That's okay. That's okay. You know what? Okay. So since that was a side quest, we're gonna continue the side quest. Now that you said that, we'll finish this and then I have something else.
It's a very common thing for atheists to get mad when you know, a Christian will say you know, God loves you, or you know, family is in a better place, or you know, all these platitudes. And yeah, they're annoying platitudes, but it's up to us to put those people in a position to understand why we don't like them. Otherwise, all that's happened is, from the Christian's perspective, is, oh, I just went to this person's funeral, their uncle died, I was trying to be nice, and they want to have a religious debate about it. Who would want to listen to that person? In the same way that we, for so long, have been begging Christians and other religious people to look at atheists as just people,
we also have to do the same thing. We are past the days where it is good for the movement to be talking about, oh, a sky daddy, oh, a sky daddy. That's not what most Christians believe in. And so to use that rhetoric only lessens the view of all atheists in their mind. And I think this might be an example of doing the same thing. So let me know what you guys think, because this is not about giving grace to the Christian because we care about the Christian. Not that we don't, but that's not the reason. The reason is so that our message can be better understood.
Am I right or am I right? I mean, am I right or am I right? So I did just put that on because, you know, I did just put that on because I had to go to the bathroom. But since you bring this up, I found this page on TikTok, and they showed me two videos, and I was like, no, I don't want to do this. Oh, hold on. I was like, I don't want to do this. I know, because I'm tearing up every time. Oh, I don't want to do this. But this video, I was like, all right, you got me. So side quest, and then we'll jump back into it. What does Nick said? I hear you. Yes, they're surprised by how the Christian people who are trying and failing to make a single good argument for God. And the atheists had TDS so bad, I had a hard time relating to anyone. Yup. That's what the atheist community or movement, that's what it is, because people don't know how to be normal. All right. If you don't cry, then you're a bad person.
Just instinct. It's my will has one unusual request that confuses everyone except those who truly understand the depth of animal emotions. If I go before my pets, they must be allowed to see my body. This isn't morbid. This is mercy. Because animals who never see their person's body spend years searching, waiting, wondering why they were abandoned. They check the door every time it opens. They run to the window at familiar sounds. They sleep beside your clothes, trying to find you in what remains. The worst gift we can give them is eternal waiting. The greatest gift is closure. Veterinarians who've studied grief in animals found something heartbreaking. Pets who were allowed to see their deceased companions showed grief, then acceptance. Those who never saw them exhibited searching behaviors that continued for years. They don't understand gone on vacation versus gone forever, unless they see it with their own eyes. Your dog has spent every day of their life watching you leave and return. Without seeing your body, their loyalty becomes their torture, an endless vigil for someone who will never come home. When a wolf dies in the wild, their pack members gather, inspect the body, and mourn together. This isn't just instinct. It's necessary for the pack to process the loss and continue.
And while he's here,
your pets deserve the same dignity, the same chance to understand. They may sniff you, nudge you, even try to wake you. But in those moments, something ancient and wordless passes between you one final time. A truth their hearts need to know. You didn't abandon them. You didn't choose to leave. You simply couldn't stay. After all the love, all the loyalty, all the years they've given you, don't let their final chapter be an endless, confused waiting. Give them the goodbye they deserve. My will.
And I, basically just said, yeah, I'm glad that Morty will hopefully, I don't know exactly what's going to happen. I could die tomorrow, but Morty will hopefully never have to experience this. It's going to shatter me when he does, but at least I'll be able to understand what's happening without him just waiting forever is heartbreaking. Anyway, what are we doing? Not yet. And, it's about, celebrating what we got. Right? And we got Morty. So, all right, let's dive back in here. Did we have somebody who said something, right? He said, Sam Shaman? Sam, Shamoun. Alrighty then. If you enjoyed the video that I made, please go and leave a comment on it. It's got a decent amount of comments on it. But go leave a comment on it. I hope that shit blows up because I think it's a pretty goddamn good video. Is this the archive? Is this what we're... Okay, but yeah, this is 300K. This is almost 400K. So this is not really the assignment. Again, if you weren't here at the beginning, we're not just, looking up channels that we like. We're looking for,
We're looking for small channels that we can collab with or debate with. Other small channels that have small communities that are also looking to grow, just like the kitty, that darn kitty. What do you guys see over here? And Discord is Discord, but welcome to the party. I know, right? I know. Everyone makes me cry. Every one of them. This is a new channel. Switch 635. Switch 635. Okay, that's a Def Leppard song. All right, not a channel. And if it is, a bad name for a channel, because you know that all of this is going to come up before your channel. Great song. Nope. And yeah, and fair enough. But if like that's, I'm already in a position where like if there's people who are out there doing things that like that I could email somebody, or that's not really what we're doing. We're trying to find more so other communities that we could team up with. Maybe not necessarily somebody that I'm going to do a show with, but maybe a reoccurring guest. I guest on their channel sometimes, they guest on my channel sometimes. We cross-pollinate our audiences. We start growing communities. That's what we're looking to do here. So definitely, if Sam Shaman wants to debate me, hey, I'm down. But I don't think he is going to be looking. So let's check out the Tomfoolery Show. What do we have here? Okay, 11.5 subs. Now are we live now? Did I just see that? We are live now. All right, so everybody, putting the link in the chat.
So our borders need surveillance and technology to make sure that we know who's coming into this.
Go put the Indian Jesus brought me or something about the Indian Jesus in the chat, please.
Country and why our ports of entry need new scanners so that we're truly scanning our shipping containers and much of our air freight. We don't know what's coming in by air either. Those kinds of adjustments and technology and software upgrades are needed to compete, but also to secure our country with the threats that we face. And we don't just face threats from gangs and cartels. It's from China and PRC and Iran and hackers that come into our system. So
all right, let's see. What happened?
Salt and Volt Typhoon have taught us that we're extremely
Yeah, I don't think Seth is cheat master.
Well, that's so immediately like.
It might be. I don't know.
Bullshit, but okay.
I thought he was here before that.
Where are you guys in the chat?
SO from the Indian Jesus community. We are watching. Whoa.
Someone hop in the chat. What y'all doing? Oh, sorry. I didn't realize here. Did I just like freak him out?
Vulnerable to these kinds of attempts in the future. In fact, one of the most alarming things I heard as soon as I was nominated for this position was in a briefing from CISA that told me that they knew with Salt Typhoon that we had been
None of you guys. Did I not put the link in the chat? I did, right? So go click the link. And then put something in the chat so that we can do this. It doesn't work. It was just me.
But they also said they didn't know how it happened or how to.
Let's see. Yeah, according to this, it looks like it is Seth's first time in here. Sometimes it's wrong, though.
Guys, you are cutting my balls off. What are we doing? Why is nobody typing in the chat? Thank you.
Other streams. Let's see. If we click on Mantis, channel activity. Oh yeah, no. Yeah, no, it's loading. So yeah, no, looks like it's their first time here, but I swear I saw you first. I'm not saying that you're that person. I'm saying you're just
There we go, guys. This is how we
yeah, you
get
just
people to
haven't
be like,
chatted
oh,
before,
the
but
Indian
I'm
Jesus. What's the
not
Indian
doubting whether or
Jesus?
not you've
Oh,
watched
let me
before.
try and talk to this. Da, 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 da.
Stop it in the future. Now, the main goal of CISA is to hunt and to harden our systems, hunt bad actors and harden our systems for our small and medium-sized critical infrastructure.
Fucking
Department
useless.
of Homeland Security has
You guys
10 of the
are
16
fucking
components
useless.
of critical infrastructure, and that's what we need to focus.
Was liberal? Hey, I mean, that's who we got to debate with people that we disagree with, right? P Dog Knight said, the just went back and checked. You're critiquing me some good valid points. Some is method to the madness stuff. Very fair. Also taking some suggestions to the lab. I'll check you out too. I appreciate it. And yeah, man, that is that's the way to do it. One, take in other people's opinions, but also know you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. I checked out, a few minutes of what you're doing. So love the vibe, man. Love the vibe. All right, we got another one in the building. I'm gonna start that. Am I Seth? No, I'm not Seth. I'm the Indian Jesus. Oh guy, total creep. He gets butt hurt whenever I comment. All right. Well, I mean, I didn't see the chat going. Let's see. There we go. There we go. There we go, guys.
Be weighed the same? Or do you think that certain ethnic groups should get certain points because of their race?
I believe that we should acknowledge the fact that certain students have a different starting point, and I would love to give everybody the opportunity to
So
get
how
into
many
school.
points should a black student get over a white student in admissions?
I think that SAT
Let's
scores.
see. Let's see.
Is this better? Is the audio aligned?
And points shouldn't be the only thing
But
referenced.
you have to answer the question because the status quo.
But it's not that black and white.
It is. So it is because that's why affirmative action was struck down by the Supreme
But
Court.
we're not talking about affirmative action. We're
Well,
talking about DEI.
DEI is an outgrowth. Affirmative action is an outgrowth of DEI and vice versa. But let me give you another example of DEI. Do you think
Yes,
if I say to a group,
I understand, Mantis. I'm talking about the audio being aligned, not my camera. I'm not talking about my camera. I'm talking about the audio being aligned. Okay, here we go. This is it. It's happening.
Credibility and be taken seriously as you do the job. And so I want to put to rest this question about Mr. Garcia
okay, this
and this
video
photo
is
that the
still
president posted on April 21. Madam Secretary, you agree that the letters MS and the number 13 in Times Roman numeral font, that they are doctored on this photo,
Lucky
right?
for me, I like Trump.
Congressman Abrego Garcia.
No, I'm
a
just
known
asking
member
about
of
this
MS-13.
photo.
It wasn't based off of tattoos. It was based off an entire case.
And I'll accept that
Case against him.
for the purpose of this question. You
It's not what he asked. Are those letters on there? Were they superimposed on the picture woman?
agree, though, that this
Yeah,
is
and she
doctored.
should
Is that
just
right?
say yes.
The same protocols
Obviously.
that are.
Madam Secretary,
Oh my
I want you to
goodness.
have credibility, and I want you to be taken seriously. Is this
Oh my
doctored or is it
goodness.
not
I am
doctored?
taken quite seriously.
Is it
because I
doctored or not
approach
doctored?
the importance that the president has given me to do.
I understand. Is it
Yeah, dude, she's had so much work done, she can't even open up her fucking mouth to talk. Her lips are stuck together. I take it quite seriously.
doctored or
One
not
thing
doctored?
that's important to remember is that every single time a case is built.
Madam Secretary, I have a
Answer the
7-year-old, a
question.
6-year-old, and a 3-year-old.
What is she doing, bro? What is she doing? She's just talking. She's just rambling.
Just saying things. All right, I like this guy. We're gonna give him a subscribe. We're gonna head back to his channel here. If you guys would like to subscribe to him and check him out. And then we go to the previous live and leave a comment after the fact. What are you doing, Morty? How does he always find a way? Yeah.
Cody, how do you do this? I don't understand. He always finds a way. He always finds a way to be on the. If I'm watching TV, he's always sitting on the remote. If it's not the remote, his ass is right on the fucking button for the TV. It's like, anyway, okay. But yeah, exactly. I'm formidable. That is perfect. So that is why we are about to leave a comment and be like, yo, just subbed. Hopefully you're down for the get down. And this stream is a TikTok debate. So, you know. Oh yeah. Jealous of the hair. Okay. 18 comments. Hey man. Just came off your most recent live stream. I think we could have some really good conversations. Subbed. Let me know if you're down. Do I have my rock on thingy? How is that's so obnoxious? It's also a little branding thing that I do. Not everybody uses the thing, so always branding. Boom. All right, so that's another one in the book. On Zig said, I like to bust his balls. He is the one I wanted to link you up with. Well, I mean, yeah, if he knows you, again, you guys have way more power to like exactly like think of how this stream is going. We have the names of channels from here from ChatGPT, but what have we been mostly doing? When you say, hey, check this out, I'm going, oh, okay, I'll check that out. And so if you do it to them, same thing gonna happen. They're gonna check me out and be like, oh, okay, I'm with that. Let's go back. I want to see a little bit of his. Again, we're gonna hit that like button. Let's see where his debate is. Trying to find the. Damn, he's debating this one person for an hour and a half. All right, whatever. Let's just see what it is.
We had a bunch of just very far left. It was wild. So this guy right here. So this was
you get all the smoke after this. That's fine. That's you guys. You get the decision.
Oh, he's just showing a TikTok debate. Okay.
What did you say, Mantis?
I just said I like how Mercedes and her wife are just like dead still, just doing nothing. Like what?
There you go. That's how it works. Word of mouth is still, regardless of the algorithm, regardless of analytics, word of mouth is still the best way. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you being here. That makes sense. So I'm pretty sure. No, this isn't him. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Is he in this?
You get to have this conversation. That's fine. You just know that now you can't just play dumb and say, oh, but we're just trying.
I don't. You guys can't see, but Dean Withers is like sending a ton of donos over here on the left, sending like roses and stuff while this is happening.
I'm gonna reach the other side. This is who you're trying to reach right now. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Ray, I hope you choke.
No, I can't wait. Oh, this dude's awesome. I know you guys can't really see very well, but I recognize this dude. He was trying to put together a creator clash where the like the Dean Parker, Harry Sissons of TikTok and some other people on the right from TikTok were gonna do like a whole boxing card, and all of the right-wing people were down, and most of the left-wing people were not. So what we're seeing is we have this guy with a little bit of blue background, who is based, and this guy who is on the top
who is a far left.
You talk so I can explain that. Okay, cool. Can I explain that now? Can I have the
Okay,
floor?
so now he's
I'll do it
gone.
calmly, okay? Because I think he's talking about the main joke where I said cousin Shaq. That is literally a Pete Davidson joke in a roast. Like, go back and see it. Like, comedy is a very subjective thing. Comedy,
I mean, if I'm gonna keep it a buck though, that was pretty racist. Though.
Yeah, I do want an answer for that. I haven't seen that before.
Yeah, I'm like,
you know,
just
the only thing that I've seen
I want to
the challenges back and forth.
What up, Mojo?
Yeah,
like, I will say that because I'm not familiar with race studies. I mean, it's like the first time I'm actually speaking on dude, so I'm just speaking like from just what I know. But I will just straight up like whatever explanation you will give.
And so this is, you know, again, similar type of content to what I do, where we're breaking down long form stuff. That I did comment on the thing, but now that I think about it, I comment and subscribe. But you know, that's also, you know, let's see what other links he's got here. We got a Discord. So we join in the Discord. Boom. Whoa. Oh, see this? They got this. They got okay. Join the community. Yeah, we can do that. 1 second here. 18, blah 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 blah. Okay, bet. So yeah, they've got like a whole thing where it's like you must read the rules and do this in order to improve. That's the next thing that I got to do with my own Discord server. We already did that darn kitty. We've already been like, hell yeah, we into that. So she's on the list. I joined her Discord and I just joined this guy's Discord as well. What else we got here? I guess we'll yeah, if you guys have other channels, let's keep it raging. I want to, you know, we can go down this list here, see if they got anything, but I'm not seeing much. Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be the end of that. That's gonna be the end of that. Cool. So, oh, she's from South Africa. I'm sure she has a huge opinion on the Afrikaners. All right, there we go, Bonzig. Let's check out Wick TV. Wick TV. It's like, how did you guys find this? Oh, I'm subscribed to Wick TV. Maybe you've already told me about Wick TV. Why do I? Why do I know this?
Example. This was actually brought up by James himself. And then the other one, I was discussing it with somebody, and they said, doesn't this just literally describe the president of the United States? Like, doesn't this just actually
Is it this guy down here? I
Donald Trump himself? And I was like, I thought about it for a second because it kind of feels like a silly thing to say, but then I was like, hang on a minute, it kind of does. There's the grievance politics, there's the victimization, there's the like power at all costs, total willingness to lie, like sort of the like just the utilization of narratives for whatever you want. I mean,
is there identitarianism and is there collectivism?
I think so.
Given that I am subscribed to this and I did not even know who we were talking about, I'm going to assume that we're not. Well, let's give it a shot.
Like Trump definitely does a thing where he's very like the grievances of real America, and usually by that he means like white people and so on, are like the real grievances, and that we have been like fundamentally robbed and stolen from, and that we've been ultimately plundered. I mean, that's why like he lets in like white Afrikaners into the nation.
Speak of the devil. Pete Dog Knight, thank you so very, very much for stopping by. You have a good one. If you want a debate panel,
Oh, then what gets them? I mean, yeah, that's a similar thing to Raging Tomato. I like that group of people a little bit better. But again, let's see. They're talking about the woke right. Let's see what they got.
While he's like taking away temporary protective status of like a bunch of other refugees, right?
Including
like,
communist refugees, like ones from
right.
like Venezuela and Cuba, which is the
Or
part
people who
that
helped us
drives
in
me the most
Afghanistan.
nuts. Right, that too. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And so it's like if he was just broadly anti-immigration, it's like, well, at least that would be a position. But no, like he actually is okay with immigration from the identities he likes, that he's cool with, but just not the people who he basically doesn't. Which I think reveals a level of identitarianism. I can kind of go on, but like my brain is stopping.
No, that's fine.
I hadn't thought about the question of Trump. I have to keep that a little bit more.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm comfortable saying Trump is. But...
He's challenging because his motives are typically so self-serving, in my estimation, that I have a hard time putting him into the bucket. And then it does raise kind of a broader question, which is, I think, in fairness, a tricky one, which is if you have excesses on one side and then you're trying to correct them, there's of course going to be the risk, and I think we're seeing this manifest, of overcorrection, right? But does the risk of overcorrection make you woke inherently? So, like,
not inherently, but in the ways that we're seeing it, they are. So not inherently, but the reaction is woke.
There were a number of we could talk about like DEI type policies or initiatives that were put into place in like the circa 2020, 2024 that I really disagreed with. Those being rolled back, I would tend to agree with. I don't think that's the same thing we're talking about. But then while rolling them back, he often goes a step too far and does something that does undercut a liberal value. So that's a tricky case. I don't know. I'm not sure about that.
Here's an interesting test to see if we can resolve the case. Does being self-serving necessarily disqualify you from like having this ideology? Because if the ideology is premised on power for me and my group, I mean, like it seems like it could kind of.
What was the question?
Necessarily disqualify you from like having this ideology, because if the ideology is premised on power for me and my group, I mean, like it seems like it could kind of work. It seems like it might actually be functional within how we.
And so this is why it's so important that I felt that we define the woke right, because this is the conversation that's happening, and other people who are sitting down and determining what what we're going to be, how we're going to be using the term the woke right, they're going to be able to have conversations about the woke right that people who are just, oh, the woke right doesn't exist, you're not going to be able to keep up. We're like, no. Yeah, that maybe 6 months ago, but now we've clearly established it's X, Y, and Z, and if you do this, that. So, but again, it just if I wasn't already subscribed to this, let's see what kind of stuff they have in terms of links. Because again, I was already subscribed since when? I don't even know. Twitch, Twitter. I'll give them a follow on Twitter, I guess. But I don't feel like that's going to be super fruitful. All right, what did Bon Zig say? Escape with Speak Easy with a Z. Escape. Are you guys putting it as one word when it's not all one word? Oh, okay. All right, 7K. All right, let's see what we got here.
How does that make sense? No,
are people more productive or less productive?
Don't ask me another question.
Marijuana?
Answer my question. Brutality. Yes, we can, because the radioisotopes are much easier to track than somebody who has.
It's a white ass special person on there, so.
Okay, so the vibe is right. The vibe is right. Chucky said, James Lindsay on the Ami's House podcast said maybe the queer right would be a better term because they do the same concept of their flash outrageous trying to get attention. Ah! Bruh. Where's Guamtech? Oh my God. So we were saying that the woke right, that's a bad way. That's a bad phrase for what we're talking about. It absolutely does exist, but using the woke right it's cheesy and like just unoriginal and so like Guamtech was saying, well, what about the meme right? And I was like, okay, that works.
and I wanted to be a little bit more culture jammy with it, and be a little bit more snarky with it. And I was thinking about, what about trans conservatives? That's this close to the queer right. The problem is that there are people who, well, yeah, I think that I absolutely agree that we'd better. So I think so. Fine. Okay, let's do that. Let's find that specifically, because I do want to queer right. Are we gonna get it that easy? Oh, you said it was on the Omni podcast, right?
Exposer of all things woke. These damn people have made racism like really embarrassing and cringe. Tucker Carlson came out and said that he would consider voting for Elizabeth Warren. Popped, done goes the weasel. Milton Friedman.
We're right. Oh, come on.
You're not supposed to say, and you aren't afraid if you got in trouble. So it's
naughty,
like and
brave, and ballsy.
Well,
Okay, well, wait. When is this from? Okay, okay.
left calls it transgressive, right? Queer, actually. Is queer. It's right-wing queer is what it is when you're doing it. I'm not joking. Like we can do another hour on queer theory.
It's the Jews. Yeah.
Yeah. It is literally like, how do you push the boundary, push the boundary, push the boundary? Anything that tells you that's too far is not okay. That's literally queer theory in its definition. Well, it's the same thing. So we're going to be a little bit more anti-Jew. We're going to be a little bit more white supremacist. We're going to be a little bit, more patriarchal. Next thing you know, you got whatever Andrew Tate is. Right, he's like the pinnacle right-wing drag queen queer character in this motif of based queerness.
Where have you seen them called? Where have you seen like Andrew Tate called queer?
Never. No. I'm making a parallel.
Yeah,
they are not.
They don't actually call them.
Well, I mean, we could.
It's the equivalent of the queer on the left.
No, I understand that.
Yeah.
No, but no one calls them the queer.
Nobody.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Straight pride parade.
It is. It's the energy. It's the same energy, right? It's break the rule.
Okay, so I mean that's essentially the same thing he said when we covered him with Jordan Peterson. So he wasn't using that as the term, but if he was, he would have stolen it from me. I said call them trans conservatives. I don't remember exactly why, but it made sense at the time, and I had a good reason for it. But then people just kept using the woke right, and it stuck. So, all right, let's see. So far I am down. Let's check out the most recent live video of verbal combat. 8 hours. God damn.
Morning.
Right.
Information shared in these
Silence in my house.
Hey, shout out to Abe Dinkus in the building. That's about as much of a oh, sorry, I didn't realize you guys there. That's about as big of a cosign as I need. If Abe is there, then I know that's in good company. So we are subscribing and liking. Let's hear what they're talking about. But
actually speak, I can give you a good reason. I can actually give you a good justifiable reason why you would ask somebody not to talk. I can actually give you a good reason, okay? So you hear something outside that sounds like someone's
so when it says 27, sorry, Cleaner. Say that again, Cleaner. I wanted to hear that, but Kieran, when it says not 27, sorry, 28 minutes, you can unmute.
Yeah. Okay, so you tell, like, you have a friend over, it's implied that you're going to be able to talk. You're sitting there having a conversation. You hear something outside the window. You say, hey, stop talking. I don't want you to talk right now. Hold on. Because you're listening for something, but you don't tell them that. All right. That could be a reason why you tell someone not to talk. So you'd be removing their consent to talk for a minute.
That is no, you didn't remove their consent to talk.
Was that meant to be like an anti-free speech thing?
The thing is saying no one time.
Whatever you want to call it.
Literally the same as saying no for one time.
Yeah, it's literally the same thing as saying no one time, right? It is.
Yes.
There's
it's the same thing. If you get up and you gotta,
did they harass you if they started talking after you said that?
If you get up and go take a shit, I'm not following you into the bathroom to talk to you.
What do you mean?
I don't know if they have a law for
follow
that.
a person taking a shit, but when you're in a person's house, you're gonna have the right to talk to them regardless.
And when you're in a
because
marriage, you're
they
going to have another.
invited you to their house. The
Great.
same thing like a
But
marriage.
if they're telling you that they don't want to talk to you anymore, or that you can't talk anymore, then you're leaving their house,
Got it.
right?
No.
Prince,
Yeah, listen.
hold on.
Listen.
Prince, let me ask you a question that's a fair question. So if you go over to someone's house and they tell you, I don't want to talk to you anymore, I don't want you to talk anymore, are you leaving?
Yes. Because that's their
There's
house.
no point in staying, is there?
You would leave then because they pulled their consent.
Okay, well, how about we use this as a better one?
Listen,
You invite me over to your
I don't
house.
know why we don't like. I don't understand how.
So I definitely get the vibe here. Very, very similar to Raging Tomato. Something that, you know, if I have the time and I'm you know, able to hop in, that's something I can hop in. Not necessarily something can be like, hey, we should do something. That's something that I will do, you know, when I'm actually on the panel. But what is this? I saw this going across the bottom. With this money, what exactly is the notion here with money? So $60, add 60 minutes to the show. Okay, so let's read from the beginning. Crowd moves they can make. Oh, crowd moves they can make. $2. Name change one fighter on the panel. Okay. $4. Randomly a random annoying sound attack. $5. 2-minute mute. $6, random video. $8, full screen fighter. $10, 2 minutes in the back. Add 1 minute to 1v1. $15, a 7-minute mute. $20, 5 minutes back in. $40, 5-minute 1v1 deathmatch. Loser leaves. Plus $10 during 1v1 adds on minutes. $60 is a 5-minute 3-way deathmatch. One loser leaves. $90 to revive. $100 fatality. This is an interesting, very interesting way to set up the money thing. But how do they win money? I'm seeing money that you could keep the show going, but that's pretty cool. Where we at? Yeah, behaves and not an ally for the alphabet community. Yeah, we know that. Nobody was asking you to be an ally. Arrow said, "Oh, in the heat with your blue jean girl." I'll let you guys do your thing. Monitor debates, maybe a good channel check. I mean, yeah, I mean, I know James. I was there at DebateCon. I'm still mad that Uncensored America hasn't put out my 4v1 debate with Andrew Wilson, but you know, what are you gonna do? So if somebody has a 1v1, and you win, then you get $100. That's pretty cool. Next, I'm glad you don't do it like this and film from a profile position that makes you have the camera in front of you. Makes me feel like people talking on Discord. Yeah, I don't love that. Like when you have like this guy. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why is the camera on your ear? I can't stand that shit. Yeah, right. It's annoying. So cool, man. I mean, that is definitely a significant that gives us a lot of room to you know, whether it's getting on this panel. You know, we already are familiar with Raging Tomato. Then we checked out the Tomfoolery podcast, and then the Kitty, and yeah, you know, we that is mission accomplished in my book. Does anyone want to come up and hang out? I mean, I don't really feel like doing an after party, but I'll drop a link if you like any ideas, like anything about, you know, the channel, the show. This is like housekeeping stuff. Anything you guys want to talk about? Anything? Oh, 2 weeks ago you were talking about this, and I meant to ask you about it, but I never did. Or I've been thinking, you could do this with the Discord or stuff like that. Come on up. Come on up. I'm gonna play. What should I play? Let's play an old video of mine. That's always fun. Let's do videos. Let's do. Date. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Some of this stuff from 2016 before I was actually doing anything. And then we have my other podcast. Jeez. I want to pick something. Give me a minute here. Give me a minute here. What is this? Okay, let's see what this is. I don't know what this is. We're finna find out. Yeah, so we were talking, P-Dog was talking about, gotta get up early. For some reason, I thought that having new podcast episodes live every Wednesday morning at 10 a.m. Why would I think that was a good idea? Chucky said you were in a 3v1 with Andrew Wilson. That dude's slippery. He's an extremely good debater, even if the facts don't support him. So it wasn't 3v1 as you typically think of it. It was more like the Jubilee style 4v1. And so it was like there's a prompt, and then I go, and then the second person goes, the third person goes, the fourth person goes. And me too. Me too. I have, let's see if it'll show. I just realized because I've been talking about it, and they just never did anything with it, and I don't know where it went. And I've seen them put out other stuff, but I do have. Oh, tell me I fucking deleted those pictures, bro. There's no way I did that. Oh my god. Oh, right here. So like you can see, well, that's Rachel. But so you guys know our boy Gabriel. That's Gabriel. And that's Andrew Wilson. And this was a modern day debate. That guy, the back of the guy's head is the Uncensored America guy. I don't know. Tweet them. Tweet Uncensored America. Where is Andrew Wilson versus the Indian Jesus? That is the way to do it. Sarah? Who's Sarah? What are you talking about? Yeah, like I said. All right, we got one more. All right, well, I do want to see what this video is. I don't even know what this is, so it's 2 minutes. Let's see. All right, welcome back to I Didn't Read Your Book podcast, and today we are going to be talking about Again, you can tell this was the summer because look at the difference. Look at the difference in skin tone. This is deep in the summer when I'm working a lot outside. Rising above my fears on my wings of faith, I now believe I can fly, by Cecilia Hill. And so is it accurate to say that this book is an accounting of your process, both physically going through the airport, getting on the plane, all that stuff, as well as your mental processes of first finding out that you've got to go on a plane and dealing with that up until the day that it actually has to become real, and then that all of that can be applied. Is it any surprise that this is not what got popular? Till the day that it actually has to become real, and then that all of that can be applied to people's lives in different areas.
Definitely. You start off with the introduction. It talks about my fear of flying, but then it talks about the beginning also goes back to our development as humans. And then that's when we come to, I now believe I can fly. because we've gone through the beginning, we've emerged, now we're equipped, and now we can do what we need to do to get.
I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, this book is about her overcoming her fear of flying in planes.
We're trying to go. Well, really, after each chapter, it is something that you go through. What we call the R7 process. You kind of like go through that and ask yourself certain questions.
Okay, what was this? The R7 process. 1, reflect, to think or consider seriously. 2, recognize, to know how to be something that has been perceived before. To identify or know from previous experience or knowledge. To acknowledge or accept the validity or reality of. And we have reject, reassure, receive, rejoice, and revive.
Relation to the chapter and what you just read, so that we can move on to the next level. And then in the back, when we call it our final test, it's actually a plane. It's a picture of a plane, but then it has different components to it. And this plane represents you. And it's basically saying what is your destination, where you're trying to go. And then it tells you all the components of the plane. And then it will ask you certain things for you to list.
Okay, we can. All right, enough of that. We get it. What you used to suck, what you still kind of suck, but that's good. Will you try a question and answer with a knowledgeable Christian? Super hard questions only? Yeah, sure. Yeah, if there's somebody willing to do that, absolutely. Absolutely. All right, Bonzig had the last one, right? So where are we? Chris Lestrange. Um, 500 subscribers. All right. Actually, give me 1 second. 1 second. I don't want to play their video. Come on, give me 15 seconds. $13, $14, $15. See, I said 15 seconds. And it was exactly 15 seconds. All right. Whew. Hello. Emergency. Hey, there he is. Abe Dinkus. Welcome to the party. We were checking out some different channels, and the panel you were on a couple days ago came up. I was like, oh, that's all I need to see. Word up. Hitting on me again. Arrow said, you should go to bed after you visit the barber. How's the Raging Tomato? What did I say about? I don't remember what that even is. I'm not gonna remember Sarah out of context as the Raging Tomato. If we're talking about the Raging Tomato, I may say Sarah. I might remember that, but Gorp Frickle, welcome to the party. So you should reach out to Sarah Tomato for a debate with Andrew. They're buds. I hope you crush him. So again, that what I was talking about is I at DebateCon, not the most recent one, the one in Jersey, I did do a debate with him, and just Uncensored America never put it out. And so I'm definitely open to a debate with him. But today we are specifically more looking for channels that are more on my size and maybe a little bit more willing to get into content with smaller channels. But yeah, I'm definitely down for that. That was I was just showing. I don't know. Obviously, I wasn't taking pictures of myself while I was talking to him, but had our boy had our boy Gabriel was sitting across from Andrew Wilson at DebateCon, And that was me waiting for my turn. But they never put it out, so it is what it is. So I'm not necessarily looking for like seeking out panel channels. Like they're cool to know that they're there. That if there's a Thursday or something where I'm not working, that I could check out Rage Tomato, see this there, and see where there's panels going on. But that's not really what I am looking to do more of for the sake of doing more. Like I would do more of those to get more people who would want to be on the channel. You know what I mean? Shout out to Guam Tag. Welcome to the party. Very good to see you. He's a big boy. He's a big boy. Well, hey, like I'm saying, I'm out here letting y'all know I fucking am looking for people to collab and debate with. Let them know. And as I've been saying, it's one thing that I do know her name. Okay, who is Rick? You don't know Rick? You know Rick. Do you see how that works? Obviously, I know what her name is. But if you just say Sarah randomly, there's a million fucking Sarahs that I know. But yeah, that's what I'm saying, guys. I need you guys to advocate for me. It's one thing if I am going. So imagine that you wanted to get on a debate channel. Imagine you wanted to get a debate with Andrew Wilson. Would you think it would be easier for you to debate Andrew Wilson if you went to go and say, hey, Andrew Wilson, can you debate me? Or if just two other people were like, yo, hey, Dinkus, you should definitely debate that guy. That's what I'm saying. Whoever wants to debate. That's what I'm saying. I don't know who they are. I don't know. There's not a list of people that like, oh, I want to debate that person, but I haven't reached out because I'm scared. I've reached out to everybody I'm willing to debate. And, people are either into it or not, or busy or this, that, whatever. So if you know someone, anyone, it doesn't have to be somebody that I like. If you know somebody who would make an interesting conversation, whether it's a debate or it's just a discussion, that's what we're looking for. That's what we're doing here. That's precisely what we're doing here. So let's check out what is this? Chris Lestrange. Yesterday, Chris's Brick Shithouse. Okay, again, titles are very helpful, and it's this as well as the last channel. Guys, making everything so is a very common thing for smaller channels. Very busy stuff, as opposed to my thumbnail, which I even I wasn't even gonna put the binoculars guy. I was like, is this too much? Simple, clean, easy to understand as people are scrolling through. Like, you should be able, from what you're seeing, you should be able to pick out which of these, based on this speed, that you want to see. Just a little tip for anybody who's making thumbnails and stuff. All at the beginning. Then we realize, oh, maybe a little simple. Shout out to 80s, baby. Welcome to the party. Behave. Bella, this is your Tia. Please pick up your phone. Your uncle needs medical attention. Love you. Behave. I guess you gotta make a call. You know it. All right. Yeah. So let's see. We're about to see if this is where you been. This is what I've been asking for. 7 hours. Okay.
I mean, hold on, wait. What's up, Rome? How are you doing, Ladyface? How are you doing?
Rome.
Good to have you.
William's in the chat as well.
Again, just the screen, very big. Just a lot is going on.
Big Dinkus is in there as well.
We got Abe in here. Let me quickly check. I missed a couple of people while I was quickly busy with the Discord stuff. Robert,
somebody who shouts out the chat. Appreciate it.
Row. Jump in a little bit. Fuck, that's long. No, that's a whole road.
Like, can you just imagine being that fucker's parent, right? Bro. Like, can you imagine how many times he's came in, right? with his BMX that you've just bought him for Christmas or his birthday, mangled it to fucking bits.
Do you know how many motorcycles, bicycles, and cars are in today's episode that just get fucking smashed to shit? So we have a couple of those for today.
We know.
That's why I wanted to keep it fun, because some of it is dudes that like are sick cunts that land the tricks, and some it
Yeah, I see you out there, bro. I see you out there.
doesn't go well.
But just
That's
thick
why
cunts
I
that
mixed
don't
it.
land them.
So whoever
The difference in like what you're doing and what I'm looking to is it seems like you are enjoying the debate itself, and so you just want to go and do more debates, which is awesome. But there's another aspect to building my specific channel and my audience, and it just doesn't. It's not a lot of. It doesn't get a lot of return on investment. Where I would have to be on a panel for for a decent period of time. I'd have to get bits in and get them to start to recognize me. Oh, that's this guy. So it's not something that I don't want to do. It's something I enjoy doing. But in terms of growing the channel, it's not something that really helps in that way. So in terms of enjoying doing that, that's one thing. But doing those debates is not a direct connection to. But what you're saying is, hey, I've been debating, and I know these people, and I can help you out with it. That's what it's about. Fruit Booter. Okay, so first part is just clips. So let's get into the meat. What's the meat?
And so I was a theater kid, so but I hated Rant. Everyone loved Rant. I was like, this is garbage.
No, dude. No, fuck Rant.
I don't mean to walk on you, but I had to take apart this set, and I'll jump back on when I leave out of here.
Okay, no stress, K2. You keep well, dude. Thank you for jumping up with us.
Yep, no problem. Later.
Durka, yeah, I know Rome. Durka.
Let's do, Mosman. Let's get some two videos in for the posterity of the show.
Of course, yeah.
I got some two.
You still got the rainbow, bro, and it definitely ain't cool. I got
Good
it.
ones, yeah. It's fucking people doing silly stuff. Perfect landing, but the rollaway was the problem.
Again, what are we doing here? What are we doing? I feel very like this is something that now I realize I need to jump or go and look at my recent streams. And if let's do it right now. Let's do it right now, because I'm not, we'll finish with this. But point being, I need to know that if somebody jumps in at the 1 hour mark of my stream because they like the thumbnail or whatever, they say hi in the chat and they're like, oh, okay, cool. This person's going to talk to me. They're only going to stay so long before it's like, what are we talking about? And so I'm hoping that in my streams, if you come in at that point, pretty quickly you can pick up what's going on. Whereas we've been jumping around and I don't really know what the fuck we're doing here. Which, again, if you're not somebody who's trying to build a channel like mine, I'm not throwing shade. I'm just saying that's what I'm getting from it.
That's a lot of snails. Shiva's all right. He let me have that. He's a good man.
I'm the first African that's one of you, though.
Yeah, you're the primary. I put that link in private, so you know. I love really subliminal, nuanced comedy. Like I love Wes Anderson movies. Like I loved Moonrise Kingdom because there's just so many things that they set up in that movie that's great. So, for example, like the kid that's at the Boy Scout. I don't know if you've ever seen it or not, Chris.
No, W.S. Anderson is good, but it's not really. I wouldn't call it comedy. I would more call it whimsical.
Well, it is whimsical, but I find it funny. So to me, that is a sense of comedy. But it is a
no, for sure.
But you're right. It's not a straight-on comedy. It's more kind of like a. It's more like a parody.
Quirky. It's like a quirky.
Yeah. But I'll tell you what, it gets me to laugh because I love when he escapes through the tent. He puts a poster over the hole that he does, and then Edward Norton picks up the poster. And he goes, "Jiminy Cricket, he flew the coop."
Yes.
So yeah, this is again just I don't really know. So okay, this is a 10-minute video of the same.
of Kooming.
No, I think there would still be.
Australia is real. Why haven't you guys won a rugby world championship? Why do you keep?
Are you scared, Alex? Okay, this is a raging tomatoes. So again, like, yeah, cool. No shade, nothing that I'm like, oh, not into that. But again, more a panel where it's a lot going on, and that's not necessary. Again, I exactly like Abe was saying. It's just hanging out and having fun with like-minded people, which is awesome. Absolutely, go have fun with like-minded people. This specific stream that I'm doing right now is not about that. It is about trying to grow the community. Contact, you have a good one. Exactly. So anyone says, I have no patience to try to watch 30 people on the screen at the same time. And so if that is not something that is going to work on this channel, then, if I'm on the panel and it's looking like this, something like any film is just going to not watch. So that's the first thing. The second thing is that I've been on these panels, and unless you really are going to push yourself in there, then you got to kind of wait and pick your moments. You get a little piece here, a little piece there, a little piece there, and it definitely is useful, but it takes a long time. It takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot, and there's just better ways. If Abe is saying, I've got a mission. So if Abe is saying, hey, I can connect you with these people without you having to spend 3 hours on a panel sitting there to get in 3 words that some people may have liked and been like, let me check out that channel. Well, that's what I'm interested in. And I don't want to be oddly aggressive because I'm already aggressive. And so I need to you know what I mean? So it's like, I'm not I'm not throwing shade on anybody. I'm not saying that you guys shouldn't be doing this. I'm not saying any of that. I'm explaining why these panel shows are not directly in line with what this channel is. That's all I'm saying. And so let's see. That's not what we wanted. So let's go to last night's stream, and we'll just pop in. Put a 1 in the chat if you did not see last night's stream. It would be very helpful if you did not see, not last night, Friday's stream. So actually, no. We want to start from here. We want to start from, okay, Adam knows nothing. So, okay, Adam Conover, okay, heated debate with Tim Pool on free speech and deportation. So that's what I'm going into. All right, but the stream has already been going. And so if I jump in here, not the road. What is what I'm saying? Good golly. It sure is nice to be in a community that sticks to their values and doesn't just automatically dick ride for Trump, call it out when you see it, or be deemed woke. Let's see. Feeling to that. Okay, so we got Indie Film and Gorp were not in the chat yesterday. So as soon as you can, if you could do me a favor here, as soon as you can, give me just like a 1 or 2 sentence thing about what you think this stream ended up being. How you could look at the last decade of wokeness and be like, yeah, I want to be that, but just I'm gonna twist it up a little bit. Insane to me. I mean, for some people, there's a lot of money attached to it, so it makes a little bit more sense, but yikes.
Do you think it's good? You think it's good to have a country where things like that happen? You think a thriving country is one where people come to the country, they write an op-ed for the paper of the organization of which they're a member. She's paying tuition to go to this school, and she's working for the student newspaper or whatever. She's writing an op-ed. She's probably not employed there, but she's writing for the student.
Bravo. I am live 4 to 5 times a week. Just look at the thumbnails. Look at my job is telling people what kind of person I am.
Newspaper, and that is grounds to be deported, and always was. I mean, so you think that's the kind of country America is? Always has been. That's
but and even though the laws haven't changed, the way they're being used absolutely has. So to act as if this is business as usual is disingenuous.
I mean, so you think that's the kind of country America is? Always has been. I guess that's where we fundamentally
especially like what you guys were saying before. The fact that we have all the BLM writers, none of them were illegal or none of them were on student visas, so we couldn't deport them. We tried. We really tried. We did it.
Always has been. That's why I guess that's where we fundamentally disagree.
But hold on. The Immigration and Naturalization Act has multiple provisions that outright say this is the case, and so that's why it's marginally good. Because the issue is the U.S. asserting its sovereignty and saying, as a guest in this.
Remember, Gorp in any film, if you could give me a 1 to 2 sentence summary of what you think this stream ended up being, very much appreciate that.
We asked you not do certain things.
It's so weak. It's so weak. She couldn't have gotten a warning. Hey, don't do that again. I would have been fine with that. Honestly, I don't know why they targeted her, but other pro-Palestinian people or pro-Palestine people with more harsh views are still grifting hard. Let's go after them first. Then, when we get all of the people who are openly for Hamas out of this country, when we get all the illegal immigrants out of this country, then if there's some girl who is on a visa and saying stuff that we don't like, then okay, then let's take a look at it.
I feel like that's it right there, right? Like if we're talking about Adam Conover and Tim Pool, we can see Adam Conover and Tim Pool having an argument. They're talking about immigration and something, and then I brought up that we're talking about a girl who wrote an op-ed. So what I'm trying to say is that we were watching some of the other videos from the other channels. We would be watching for like 5 minutes straight and not know what the stream is. And so I was asking you, since you had, okay, maybe, yeah, I was trying to ask you what, like, so, okay, so Gorp, what do you think this stream that I'm showing you, that I did, what do you think that stream is about? Why do you think people wanted to watch that stream? Because when we were watching the other channel, and there was the skate videos and the this and the that, I don't know what the appeal of, like, maybe it was just people who like skate videos, or there was biking stuff. Maybe it was stuff with that. That's what I'm saying. I feel like compared to that, if you just watch those, what is this? That was 10 minutes. If you watched 10 minutes of, or 5 minutes of this, excuse me, 7 minutes. If you watch 7 minutes of that, I feel like you should understand what that show was. I'm trying not to be the guy where somebody comes in at that point in the stream and just has no idea what's going on. Yeah, no, okay, all right. Well, we missed the assignment, but I think you were commenting on the debate between Tim and the other guy I was talking about a chat on the subject. Well, there you go. A little unfair because that's normally how I would do a show anyway. But that is what I was afraid of. That's what I was afraid of. And so, as a small content creator, that there's always things that can be done better. And so, had it been that we watched 7 to 10 minutes of my stream and somebody who wasn't there for the beginning or wasn't in the chat to ask a question, if they didn't understand what the stream was, well, that's an issue, because then I need to make sure every 10, 15 minutes, if you're just joining us, we're doing this, that, and that. Because I don't want it to be only people who are there at the beginning of the stream can enjoy the stream. I want you to be able to jump in when we've got 30 minutes left. I missed it. I'll catch the rest of this later, but I can still enjoy this last 30 minutes because it's very clear what's going on. But all right, guys. I mean, I think we did some work tonight. I am very excited to see where all of this goes. And Abe, definitely, it's not even a matter of, like I said, it's not a matter of, oh, it's these people that I want to debate. It's a matter of, I want to debate people. So when you're in a conversation about something that you've heard me talk about, free will, religion, politics, Trump, immigration, free speech, semantic obfuscation, wokeness, any of these things, when you hear, oh, the Indian Jesus would be a great person to talk to about that. I'm not saying go necessarily reach out to X, Y, and Z, but if you already know somebody, definitely go reach out. And because the weight of somebody saying let me put it this way. So let's say, I have a small channel, but there's levels to this shit. So I have like 4.6 thousand subs. So if somebody with 100 subs came up to me and was like, I want to debate you, I would imagine off rip that it's probably somebody just trying to, capitalize on a bigger channel. There we go. Right. I would that would be my first thing, but I wouldn't automatically say no, your channel's too small. I'd want to investigate a little bit more. And so if that that same, let's say, Josh Robbins, I don't know where that came from. Josh Robbins wants to debate me. Josh Robbins has 100 subscribers. And Josh Robbins DMs me and says, I'd like to debate you about this, that. Okay, that'll probably work because I'm pretty open. But in general, that may not work. Whereas if 3 people DM me and say, you should debate Josh Robbins, you should debate Josh Robbins, you should debate Josh Robbins, then I go and look, I see he's only got 100 subscribers. I'm like, he's only got 100 subscribers, yet 3 different people are hitting me up. I've definitely got to check this out. And so that's what I need you guys to do for me. And so this is, this is what I'm saying, that like I've been going for 3 hours, man. I don't have it in me to go on a panel and sit and be quiet and for maybe to say one thing and maybe somebody checks out my channel. Like, yeah, if I am not streaming, if I'm not busy, if I'm available, and I would like to get into that debate, I love that that's there. But like, I just did this. I'm tired. I worked today, so I'll check it out and see what's good. But it's a lot. It's a lot. And so I already stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and indeed, shout out to Dr. Kingi. I do live panels with a StreamYard, and looking to do more. Maybe more guests and debates than panels, but yeah. It's a slightly different thing. A debate and a panel are not the same thing. And even though the way that we debate, where we can get into it, it can get heated, be like, yo, motherfucker, what are you talking about? There's still a very singular focus. When you have 6, 7, 8, 10 people on a screen, it's chaos. And then if you're there, it's chaos to watch it. Imagine being on the panel and constantly be trying to. I'm good. If I were to do that and go on the Raging Tomato, and then a bunch of new people would be in the chat the next time I did my stream, that would be an entirely different story, because now the return on investment of my time is a lot different. But it makes way more sense for me to get a good night's sleep tonight, so that by tomorrow night's stream, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, that I am good to go, rather than trying to get in tonight, maybe get to talk a little bit, maybe get something, and very likely get absolutely nobody to even look at the channel. If I hadn't already done this stream, yeah, totally, because I enjoy debating. But that's how it all essentially boils down. But I think we're gonna lock it down there. Big shout out to all of the donations. We had our boy Indie Film, KFT, Arrow, and Guns, and a Cafe, and of course our boy Indie Film sponsoring the whole stream. And a big shout out to you guys who were recommending channels. I really like that. We could do this again relatively soon, and then maybe like once a month, or once every so often. Oh, I found this channel, I found that channel, I found that channel. But that's the community aspect of this, where it's different than I'm the YouTuber and you guys just sit and watch. That's never been what this show was. That's never been what this was. Because if it was that, then the streams would be a lot more boring, because it would just be a 3-hour reaction video to an entire podcast, which could be interesting, but it's not nearly as interesting as the conversations and back and forths that we have, because you guys are in the chat. And so the more people are in the chat, the more people who are rotating in the chat, the different types of conversations we can have, and all of that stuff. Before we go, we got Smith in the building. Said, I'm different. Well, aren't we all? Aren't we all? The boring company? I don't know what that means, but welcome to the party again, guys. If you are new here, please do hit that subscribe. I am live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, and just like right now, sometimes whenever I feel like it, dropping videos almost every single day. I really do like the video that I dropped today. You should definitely check it out if you, I showed it on stream, but if you didn't, it's only 5 minutes. Go check it out. It is amazing. Once again, guys, we've got our co-host, Morty. He's tucked away. He is tucked away. That is the co-host, Morty, and I have been your host, Lutch, a.k.a. the Indian Jesus, here to resurrect the second coming of common sense. Until next time, guys, thank you so very, very much for being here. We are out of here. Remember, tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern. Until then, peace.